Jay Crawford, Adam the Bull, Garrett Bush, Dustin Fox, Jason Lloyd, Tyvis Powell, plus, ba-da-da-da-da, you're loving him, Mikey McNuggets. And so many big names, it would take me hours to say all of their names. The ultimate Cleveland sports show starts now. Booyah!
Hump day! Happy Wednesday, Cleveland sports fans. Is this the first day with the haircut?
It is.
Yeah, it was last night.
It looks good, man.
Yeah, man. I like that, man. Got the
You're about
side
5
trim.
pounds lighter, I'd say.
Got the
About
five trim.
15 pounds.
Got
lighter,
rid of the
man.
mullet.
Yeah, she gone.
Man, you look like the youth director of a really cool church. Like
thanks,
the youth
man.
pastor. Like you guys could be overnighters and stuff.
Can you sing?
Like you do like
Our God is an awesome God. He reigns.
So he's not
from heaven up.
It's cool because he's not doing inappropriate things with kids. Is that what you're saying, G?
No, he's actually the cool one. Like you can wear that to church.
Yeah.
Like he
Well, I don't know
wears
about
that.
Freddie Krueger. I
No.
probably wouldn't wear Freddie
You
Krueger.
probably wouldn't wear the Krueger to church.
The Kruger or the rainbow, like it's kind of you have
In a
to
cool
get,
church, you could wear Freddy Krueger.
I mean, you probably yeah.
Probably wouldn't. You could. You probably wouldn't.
I mean, they wouldn't out you or anything. They come to say, "Hey, we got a nice church T-shirt for
There
you."
would for certain be parents that said, "I really don't want to answer questions from my 7-year-old why you're wearing."
probably
Because
wear
they
it-
don't know Freddie Krueger, but they just by looking at
I
him,
could
he's
probably wear it as a patron. Like if I was just,
Yeah, if you
a church member, but
if you just
But
pulled
as
up,
the camp counselor, as the church counselor, though, probably not.
probably not the leader.
Probably not.
yeah, if you put your kid up in it, I mean, it's okay.
Happy Wednesday, halfway home. I'm liking the red, by the way.
Like my name should be Chad.
Yeah, listen,
Chad.
Hey,
Chad.
brother Chad.
Brother Chad.
No, I had to get shout out to it's Halloween. I felt like one of the greatest videos of all time. Obviously, is Thriller.
Sure.
So I had to pull out the red jacket for y'all.
I like it.
Yeah.
I got the Halloween dunks today.
Halloween, yes, sir.
There you go. Yeah.
Dustin is a big Halloween fan. He used to play all Halloween music the whole month of October on his radio show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you think I listened to driving in?
This guy listening to soundtracks.
He did the mash.
I'm Mr. Nostalgia.
Are you really?
Mr. Nostalgia.
Yeah,
When it
I'm
comes
pretty
to stuff
nostalgic
that
myself.
Makes me think about my childhood.
I'm
and,
the same way.
Good things. It's,
Yeah. You love looking at family photo albums, don't you?
I wish I had family photo albums.
You don't have them from back in the
There's
day?
somewhere at my parents. Probably.
My mom's super organized with family cliques,
I
man.
gotta get that. Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't show him. He has a Freddy. See, I should know about this, but he has. Don't you have a Jason tattoo?
I have all of them.
There you go.
Bro, so this is like your life. I didn't know this about
It's an
you.
obsession, yeah.
Why?
Why? I don't know. Because I'm weird.
When we were working at the
Interesting. I didn't know that.
when we were working at the radio station, Dustin would come in most years for Halloween with the Michael Myers outfit, like full outfit,
Wait till next week.
and just stand there scaring people, not
wait
talking,
till
just
next
standing
week.
there.
What day are you going to do it? Next Wednesday?
He's not going to tell you, I don't think.
Well, I'll do it when you're here.
Yeah.
I'm here next Wednesday.
Well, next Friday is the
I know.
Halloween.
I'll
so-
be.
you're not here
I'll
on
be
a
some part of
Friday,
the
yeah.
country.
No, I'll
not
be
here.
here Friday.
I'll be
Justin
somewhere
will.
else.
Oh, you got to wear it Wednesday then.
I'll wear it Wednesday.
Yeah, you have to wear it
Yeah,
Wednesday.
see.
Yeah.
All right, we got a busy show. Mike, what's going on back there? Everything good?
Yeah, we're doing good. Cavs open their season tonight. Very excited about that. Before we dive into that, though, Jay, you weren't here yesterday.
Right.
We played a little bit of
Yeah,
an
they were
exercise.
just telling me about it.
Not a game, more of an exercise.
Yeah.
And I created this game/exercise for G. Bush. Now,
Yep.
G. Bush had some unfortunate circumstances yesterday, was unable to make it in. And I got accused of doing some nasty work by playing this game or doing this segment on a day G. Bush wasn't there. What
Oh.
people don't know,
It was supposed to be yesterday. He was supposed to be here.
G. Bush was supposed to be here.
All right.
Texas about 10 o'clock.
Doesn't matter.
G
People hear what they
answered.
want to hear, Mike. You know this.
I know.
Yeah.
I just want to give Jay a chance to see
Yeah.
this because I'm curious what Jay thinks before we dive into a
Okay.
busy show. But G had sent us his answers, and despite the fact that during the segment we revealed G's answers, people still didn't believe us. So, Steve, if you want to take this graphic full here, Jay, these are 5 blind resumes of quarterbacks
Okay.
In college.
in college.
Currently in college.
Look
No.
at this.
No.
Not
Which
they-
season?
they play- they never
Oh,
really come.
NFL quarterbacks, but their numbers from college.
Just this is
Correct.
5 blind resumes from the same sample size. Jay,
7-game stretch.
quarterback 1 is the whole top line, quarterback 2 is the second line, 3 the third, et cetera, et cetera. Which do you think of these 5 seasons do you think is the best season?
Oh, so this was their full season?
No,
No,
it's a seven-game sample size.
Oh, you just said season. I'm confused.
I told him
It's confusing. The whole exercise was very confusing.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm lost.
At the end of it, it'll make some sense.
I cannot believe you guys can't understand this.
No, I understand it, Mike, but it's very confusing.
But then you said season, so I'm just
of these
confused.
7 stat lines, which is 7 games of a season, of these,
I
whether
only
it's a full
see
season,
5 stat lines.
Oh my God, I'm gonna kill
1,
everything.
2, 3, 4. It's 6.
These are
It's 5, guys. 5. One across.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's 6.
it's 7 games.
Okay.
These are their stats from 7 games. It doesn't
From
matter.
5 different players
Correct.
Yeah.
in the same season.
Correct.
Okay.
No, not in the same season.
Yes, Bull, you're making it more confusing.
I'm sorry,
You gotta
okay.
shut up. I love you.
All
Bull.
right. I'm
These
right,
are
but
7
I
games
won't
from
confuse.
5 different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of these stat lines,
Right.
which stat line do you think is the best?
Give me number 3. And that's without studying them in depth. I'm just going to look at number 3.
I think that's what G and I both took number 1.
I
That
mean,
is.
you've got wins against 4 ranked teams and 18 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Yeah, that's Ty
Now, I
Simpson.
need to know way more information, but on the surface,
I don't think I picked 3. Did I pick?
look, 1 is pretty nice too.
1 is
because
real nice.
But the other ones,
21 and 2.
for all I know, number 2 could be some guy from Amherst College. He didn't
No,
beat any
it's-
ranked teams.
No, it's not. It's
Well,
they're all.
to me, in college, you beat a ranked team. That is very impressive.
I thought.
I'm going 3 and then 1, but I could be talked out of 1 into 1 and then 3.
So I think that at first I thought this was an exercise in what do you feel is the most important thing for a quarterback
Well,
to
it
have.
kinda is.
Completion percentage, average depth of target.
Yeah, no, for
sack
me,
rate,
it's TD to
yards.
pick rate, and it's who you've beaten.
Wait, Mike, who did G and I pick with number 1?
You had number one.
Oh yeah, not
And I
three.
could be talked into that. I could. I mean,
Yeah.
again, there's a lot of questions that I have surrounding both.
I looked at 1 because completion is still 70. His average depth of target
like that.
is 9.2. So he's.
I do like that.
He
I do
touchdown
like
to
that.
interception is 21.2. Plus, he's only getting sacked 10%. His sack rate is 10%, which is the least amount of anybody.
But for me, I don't know who that's against. It's so random.
It's all against high level competition.
And-
well, I mean, I know that number 3
yeah.
beat 4 ranked teams in 7 games. To me, I love that. I love that.
This is
Dustin, what do you think about that?
I think
I
he
had
picked
number
3.
I had 3.
Okay.
He
I
had
think
3-1.
So
I think you and I
Tyvis,
are-
Jay, and Dustin picked 3, and G and I picked number 1.
I couldn't
Yeah.
hate on number 3. Number 3 looked good.
Now, here's the thing that can be very deceiving about this. It's a 7-game stretch.
Yes.
You can find 7-game stretches from any quarterback just about
And it was their
right now in the NFL, and
And it was
convince yourself that they're great.
It was the
this
first
is
7
college
games
too, where
correct?
it's even more likely.
So
to happen.
it's their first.
Exactly.
It's
I
their
don't know.
first 7 games in of that year.
First 7 of that season.
yeah.
Correct.
It's either guys from last
Okay,
year
now
or this year.
now here's why that's even more impressive to me. If it would be the first 7, you know that a lot of teams in the first 3 are playing Alcorn State.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not going to be impressive to me. If he threw for 6 touchdowns and no picks, that to me isn't as impressive as 3 touchdowns and no picks against a 12th ranked Michigan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
So
do
Mike-
we get to now see who is attached
Yes.
to these stats?
Sure, Steve. Let's see the reveal here. It's just the initials, but number 1's Fernando Mendoza, the Indiana quarterback.
Okay, like him a lot.
Yeah.
2 was Shador Sanders in his first 7 games at Colorado last year.
and G and I both had him last.
Well, I would too. To me, the 0 ranked wins. I'm going, and I know, and you'll know this because not only where you played, but you also went to the NFL.
Yeah.
Most NFL executives that I've talked to weigh most heavy where you played and who you played against. That is massive to them.
Oh yeah.
Massive.
Yeah. Big time.
Well, he also had the lowest. Bring that up again, Mike.
Who is number 3?
Ty Simpson from Bama.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like Ty a lot.
Number 4 was Dylan Gabriel, first 7 games at Oregon last year. And number 5, Dante Moore, the current quarterback at
Very
Oregon.
good. Okay.
And the whole point of this was to show that college production doesn't necessarily translate. It doesn't necessarily mean if you did something in college, it equals that level of success in the pros, or vice versa. You don't have the numbers in college. It doesn't mean you can't be a good quarterback
100%.
in the pros.
Yeah.
And I think when we did the overall exercise yesterday, we kind of all came to that conclusion. I
The
thought this
one
would
thing
take
I would
20
say,
seconds,
though,
but-
I would say it's very common for great college quarterbacks to flop in the NFL. It's not common for quarterbacks that had very little success in college to be great in the NFL.
Josh Allen's the prime example of that.
There are some, and Josh would be, and you some point to Tom Brady as a guy that didn't light the world on fire at Michigan by any stretch of the imagination. But for the most part, and there are outliers, and Josh is an outlier, and so is Tom Brady. For the most part, even guys like Brock Purdy, who was Mr. Irrelevant, if you look at his college numbers, he had a good college career. So it's rare.
But it's I don't know that. I mean, I don't know how rare it is, but it's definitely not rare for a guy to have good numbers in college and not be good.
It's common.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yes.
It's. I mean, you always, and this is a good exercise. You did this a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it was very effective. The one thing that a lot of people point to for Shador Sanders is his completion percentage. And then you read on the show the top 10 all-time completion percentage guys from college football, and the only two that are any good are Baker Mayfield and Joe Burrow.
I actually think
the other names are guys that didn't do anything.
I actually think Baker and Burrow are like 11 and 12 now.
So down the list.
Yeah. And the rest of the top 20 was no good. Those are the only two guys.
Right.
And that doesn't mean Shador won't be good.
Look at Ty Detmer's college resume.
There's a lot of nothing quarterbacks, guys who were either career backups or didn't play at all.
Yeah.
In that top
another
20.
one, David Klingler. You remember him?
Yeah, I do, of course.
He lit it on fire.
I don't know if he's in the top 20. I don't remember. But
at one time, I think he was the
Keenum
leader in yards.
There.
Case Keenum is another.
Yeah. Hey,
Bailey Zappi has more yards than anyone else in college football history.
Zappi,
and I don't think any of us are excited to see Bailey Zappi. But guys, we got a busy show. Let's dive into it. Our first topic of the day is brought to us by FanDuel, and FanDuel is an offer for new customers you don't want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com/UCSS to download the FanDuel app today and get started. All right, guys, we're looking ahead to this Patriots matchup on Sunday. New England currently on a 4-game winning streak. They are 5-2 on the season. For anyone unfamiliar, this is how they got to 5-2. In Week 1, they lost to the Las Vegas Raiders 20-13. In Week 2, they beat the Miami Dolphins in Miami by 6. They lost to the Steelers by a touchdown in Week 3. Week 4, they blew out Carolina. The last 3 games, they've had all on the road, all 3 wins. In Week 5, they beat Buffalo on Sunday Night Football 23-20. Week 6, they beat New Orleans 25-19, and they blew out Tennessee in Tennessee last week 31-13. So, Bo, when you look at this New England Patriots team, are they a product of playing a weaker schedule, or are they a legit team that the Browns should have some serious concerns about on Sunday?
Oh, they absolutely should have some serious. If that's the bar, if you were saying, are they a Super Bowl contender? I'd say I got to see more. But if you're saying, are they legit enough that the Browns should be concerned? 100%. They just won 3 in a row on the road. I mean, you don't get to play 3 in a row on the road. But, like, you went 3. I know 2 of those 3 teams are bad teams, but one of them was Buffalo. And their offense has been consistently good. Week 1, they were terrible against the Raiders. But since Week 1, their offense has been consistently good. And what's really interesting about that is they don't have a single, like, frontline player. No. Who's their best skill position player?
Good question.
It's Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but
Stephon Diggs, I mean he's having a good season. He's actually on pace for 1,200 yards, something like that.
Actually, that's a really nice season.
He's having but he's not elite anymore.
I think we had kind of thought that his better days were behind him.
Right.
And Drake Maye is
okay. So Stephon Diggs is who's next?
That's a great question.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Stevenson's running the ball very well.
He's good. Drake
They loved him so much.
Travion Henderson's
Drake
on
Maye, yes.
in New England.
They love Ramondre so much that they drafted Travion Henderson pretty high. So I mean,
but now he's persona non grata.
And Ramondre Stevenson, I said yesterday, don't look at the yards per carry when it comes to our guy, but it's like there's nobody else. When Diggs, who's older, obviously still good. I didn't even realize his numbers were that good. But it's a lot of just guys in those other spots, and everybody's doing their part, and Drake Maye has played great. He's played fantastic. Yeah. So take the Patriots. I mean, first of all, the Browns have no right to take anybody lightly.
No.
But
especially a 5-2 on the road.
There's a reason the Patriots are a touchdown favorite. They should be a touchdown favorite. They've been a much better team. And a lot of these games they've won easily. And look, the Browns have scored more than, we talked about this. The Browns have scored more than 17 points once all season. That was this past week against maybe the worst team in football, second worst team in football, Miami. The Patriots have scored over 20, every game but one, Mike?
Yeah, they did score 20 against
Pittsburgh,
the
I think they were
Steelers.
below.
Yeah, 14.
Okay. So every game but two, they've scored at least 20.
Who's this?
New England.
They didn't score that against the Raiders.
Yeah, I said every game but two.
The Raiders in the
The Raiders, I thought it was only the Raiders.
My
But
bad,
yeah,
sorry.
and the Steelers. And that's it. Like lately, I mean, to win three, to win 3 straight games on the road, I don't care who you're playing.
Dude,
that's hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
We just talked about it yesterday. The Browns haven't won back-to-back games, period, since 2023.
Yeah.
So to win 3 straight road games is very, very impressive,
Yeah.
no matter who the hell you're playing. But I will say that they haven't played the toughest competition.
Except for Buffalo.
Buffalo is the
Yeah.
one outlier win that
Yeah.
tells me that they're damn good.
But you know what? The thing about that is, Bull, to me, it's impressive, no question. But when you win in your division on the road, like we beat Baltimore on the road last year.
That Bills win is huge.
You know, listen, I'm not diminishing the win, but what I'm saying is, it's not like it was you're so familiar with your divisional foes. Like, we got lucky last year against Baltimore. You can win on the road in your division. It's not easy.
I hear you. Listen, I'm not, and that's why I said, if you ask me if the Patriots were a Super Bowl contender, no, I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender right now. I'm not ready to go that far. But if you ask me, are they a legit good team? Yes, I think they're a legit good team.
Heck yeah, they good. This season, another one of this is the easiest question.
They're not a Super Bowl contender.
No, they're not. I mean, Super Bowl,
but they're just a very good, solid, fundamentally sound team. If you watch them play, they do the right things. They're coached by Mike Vrabel. They're going to be disciplined.
That's what we haven't talked about yet.
They're going to be disciplined, and I know this is sort of Garrett's time to talk. So
no, you go right.
All right, I'll take it right now. So they're gap sound. Mm-hmm. They run to the football. They do the right things. Drake Maye is making the right decisions. They're putting him in positions where he doesn't have to be a world beater, but dude's got not big names around him.
Right.
Diggs has played, I think, exceptionally well for someone who we thought was kind of cooked. Or as my daughter would say, chopped. But
the rest of the receiving core is
but they're just a bunch of nobodies.
Yeah.
I mean, who's the tight end? Is decent.
They have Hunter Harvey and our boy Austin Hooper.
Henry.
Scored a touchdown.
Henry and Austin Hooper.
Keyshawn Booty
Hooper had a
has a couple
touchdown
big
last
plays, but that's
Keyshawn Booty,
A couple of elite whites.
Yep.
Elite whites. Is that what
I don't know that we're calling.
It's exciting whites.
Exciting
whites.
Have you seen that meme with the?
I haven't seen
wine?
it.
With the wine,
Yeah,
exciting whites. Yeah,
I like
for
that.
Scadaboo and Jackson Dart.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Anyway,
good.
I
Garrett's
like
time.
Gee,
no, I
what say
like
you
that.
about the Patriots?
Garrett's not an exciting white.
No, I'm not. I do know some exciting white stuff. Do not put that in your Google search.
No,
by the way,
no.
It ain't safe at work. But but listen, I tell you what, I be telling you.
Oh my God.
Oh Lordy mercy.
We're off the rails, man. It's
man.
11-18.
This is what happens.
So Patriots.
Patriots. Yeah.
By the way, everybody in our audience now is putting that in their Google.
Yeah, right. This is crazy. No, Mike Vrabel, this is one of them games where he kind of knows, man. I don't like the fact that he was just around the Browns for like a whole year. Like, I know where the skeletons is headed over here. Yeah. This is exactly what we about to run. Not only is he, a good motivator, but he's going to have his squad ready to play, ready to go. And look at that. It's Vrabel with the Patriots. This should have always been the successor, right?
It felt like
this should have always been what it was. And when you're playing against a dude like this, the teams that usually scare you are the teams that are nondescript because there's nobody to load up on. Like if you're the Browns, you can't come into this game and be like, yeah, we're going to stop that guy and then we're going to be good because everybody else is, you don't know what they're going to run. They could come out here and run. They could throw the ball 35 times. They could run the ball 35 times if you don't stop it. They're not going to really beat themselves defensively. And when you got a defensive mind like him going against a young rookie like Dylan Gabriel, get ready for the trickeration. Get ready for same way that the Pittsburgh Steelers was like, yeah, we're just going to bring a lot of people or we're going to make it confusing for you. Be ready for that type of thing. Simulated blitzes, dropping in the coverage, zone pressures. All kind of different things. They're gonna say, and for the Browns on their side, they're gonna say, hey, listen, you watch the game, they put them in a wildcat. Yeah, we're gonna load up on this. We're gonna stop the run game, and then after that, we ready to cook. So yeah, this is a difficult game on the road, man.
They're a team that does everything solidly, right? They're not. I don't know that they're great at anything.
But they may not have any glaring weakness either.
Right, they're good. They're good on defense. They're fine at running the ball. They can throw. They'll be balanced.
I think this is one of those questions where a lot of things can be true at the same time.
Sure.
And I think this is a perfect example of that. You can't diminish a 5-2 with 3 road wins in a row. Can't. If you overlook them, do it at your own peril.
Yeah.
So they're good. Are they a Super Bowl contender? On the surface, I would say no. Not even. I wouldn't even ask that question. Mm-hmm. But then you ask this question: is Buffalo?
Yeah.
And they've got a better record and beat Buffalo in Buffalo.
Yep.
So on any given day, you know how that works.
Oh yeah. Dude.
What I love about what we're seeing right now in New England is, for all of the people that say turning the Titanic is a slow and arduous process, and it typically is.
Yeah.
I always talk about culture. One thing I will guarantee you right now is the culture in the building in New England is outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know the thermostat. I've covered him in college. I've had a personal relationship with him for the last 30 years. I know him. I know what he believes in. I know what he tolerates. I know what he doesn't tolerate. We know he has a love for scarlet and gray. It showed itself on draft day when they took Travion Henderson. We also know he doesn't care what color you are when he cuts you open. If you're not his guy, you're not his guy. And in the span of 10 weeks from preseason to now, Travion Henderson went from a guy, his first touch was a 100-yard kickoff return. But in the span of the last 10 weeks, he's gone from a highly drafted running back that shares the colors of Mike Vrabel to a guy that can't find the field.
To that.
He can't find the field.
43 carries.
I think he had 2 carries last week.
He did, yeah.
So when I talk about culture, Vrabel will hug you because of who you are, and he will also stiff-arm you for who you're not. And he's not him, and Mike has figured that out. Now, he also knows how to motivate and how to push buttons. And what he might be doing to Travion Henderson is playing the long game. You want to get on the field? You earn that. Mm-hmm. I think I've told this story one other time. There was a time when Joe Montgomery was a highly rated running back out of Chicago, and he came to the Buckeyes. And he came with the same piss and vinegar that a lot of highly touted, nationally ranked freshman running backs do. Now, also remember
number 28?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Mike was used to Eddie George, okay, in that role. So there was a practice. It was open to the media. It was early in camp. And Joe Montgomery, who I know and have had a friendly relationship with for many years as well, I think Joe would remember this story. Joe was dogging it during just a regular drill. It wasn't, any contact drill. It was just a regular drill. He was dogging it. And John Cooper didn't need to stand up and say anything because he had set the culture where his leaders led and also doled out discipline. And Vrabel lit into him in front of the whole team. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you did in high school. This is college now. And all of that none of it matters. And the message was received loudly and clearly. And that's the way Mike coaches too. He doesn't care who you are. So the culture with the Patriots is good enough that if you sleep, they'll come in there and smack you in the mouth. Now, I don't know if they're going to be a playoff team at the end of the day. I just know this. This nonsense of culture takes years to set and years to turn the bow of the Titanic around. No, it doesn't. Mike did it in one offseason. He came in there. He whipped the place into shape. Everybody knows what time it is. Everybody knows what the rules are. Everybody follows them, or you don't play. And so, and I don't think we have that here. So I always think that culture wins out, and it's going to be a rough one for us. And I would not take them lightly because you look at this, because the schedule has been fairly easy. I would say that this is one of the easier schedules so far. And if you cover up the team name and you look at the schedule, you would be even less impressed, I think. But to me, I think the schedule has been mid, but it's a road game against Mike Vrabel and the Patriots.
Let me
tell you right now, guys. The Browns are covering the spread.
Ooh.
So you think they can't hang, Dustin? If the question was,
that would be your
are the
answer,
Browns
yes.
going to make
With
this
great
competitive, maybe
confidence,
not win?
you say that.
Why do you believe they can hang and cover the spread?
They're not going to win the game, but they're going to cover the 7. I mean, I'd probably buy the hook too. I'd probably buy the half a point for probably $30 juice. But because our defense is that good. And they haven't faced a defense like ours.
It's been great at home, just like it was in 23.
Now that
but
I was
nearly
going to say
as good on the
Our
road.
guys will get up for this game.
Okay.
This
I
is-
wonder if we turned a corner because we heard from some of the players after the win Sunday that Kevin got into him last Monday. And the team responded. I had asked the guys Monday, and I don't know if you've seen it yet or if you guys have watched it yet, but the Stefanski game ball ceremony after the game, did you see that by chance, Dustin?
Yes.
Fiery.
It was great.
To me, my overwhelming reaction was, I would guess this locker room's 5-2, not 2-5.
I know.
There was energy.
It looked like Vrabel's locker room.
It did look like Vrabel's locker room. So, I mean, maybe them seeing a different side of Stefanski lit a fire and said, oh, okay, there is someone home. Let's go out and play for this guy.
And the other thing, too, guys, is like Drake Maye's looked really good. I know he's loosely talked about as he's having an MVP caliber. Okay. Let's find out when 95 gets in his face this week.
Yeah, I hope we see a lot of that.
We're going to see.
We'll find out.
Yeah, okay.
Because this will be the best front he's seen.
It's probably the best defense he's seen.
I would say
right?
so.
Oh,
I'd say
God.
So.
This is
Dustin's out to lunch
Hey,
with his covering of the Browns.
Is
but we'll
this?
see.
Are these college stats or these real ones?
I'm out to lunch.
You're out to lunch?
I just sat here yesterday and argued with the fool that sat next to me on the right. I love Tyvis.
Talk your stuff.
But I was talking about how the fact that he thinks they're going to win the division and go to the playoffs, and I said they're going to maybe win 5 games.
But as someone,
and I'm not even picking them to win this game.
Wait, Tyvis said that.
he still thinks they're going to win 8 games.
Tyvis is a little
he
out to
can't
lunch.
get off that.
Tyvis is out to lunch.
But as someone who was 22-13 at picking against the spread last year, after winning my championship
still riding
last
that, huh?
year, I won it last year, and I'm 22-13 this year. So I'm on fire. Okay?
We should host a podcast.
I do not like the Browns this week at all. I do not think they're going to cover. I think they're going to lose by double digits.
I don't either. That's why I was so surprised that you're
But-
saying it with your chest.
I'm
All right.
Listen, I'll tell you this: if the Browns make
you're
this
right.
game very competitive and they have a chance to win late, I'll give them some measure of credit because I don't think
I think
this
they're going to have a
one
hard
be-
time scoring.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that dooms the defense late in these games.
How have you been
they get
picking the
worn
Browns
down.
games?
I've gotten it right.
Do we have records on that?
I had them.
How do I even know you're 22-13? Can you prove it?
I can prove it.
You got a link? You got a
Bull's got
spreadsheet?
receipts,
He's got
man.
receipts?
Well, Bull's pulling up his
All right, dude.
his betting receipts. Let me
I'm
do a
the
read.
first
We'll bring in
slot.
Leroy Horde to the conversation.
See?
Always love
call me out
when
there.
Leroy
Bull's proud
joins
of
the
it.
show. And
He
Leroy
should be.
today
That's a good record.
is brought to us by Game Time. The
Give me
NFL
odds
season's
on your
back,
back.
and honestly,
He is.
there's nothing better than being in the stadium, surrounded by fans cheering on your team.
Who has that
But let's be honest,
automatic
getting
recall?
tickets can be a hassle
got it.
between
I'm
waiting
sure.
screens,
Yeah,
login
pull the
screens, and
screen.
prices jumping at
Yeah,
checkout.
you're in an
It can be
incognito window.
frustrating. That's why I use Game Time, the app that gives the advantage back to the fans. Game Times is fast, easy, and backed by the Game Time guarantee, where you always get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best price. Plus, all fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use promo code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, that's promo code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off. Swap, type, ticket, and go. Download Game Time today.
I'm 5-2 picking the Browns.
What's up, Leroy? How you doing
You
today,
are
man?
What's happening?
5-2, yeah. First
What's popping?
What's going on?
You tell us.
Oh, just another week, man. Browns off of a victory.
Man, what's going on down in Miami there?
Yeah, oh
how
my
is
God.
McDaniel still have his job?
So it's very easy to determine whether to fire the coach or the GM. Does the coach have the players, or are the players bad? Right? One of the problems down here is they've signed more guys off of injury than I've ever seen a professional franchise do. And lo and behold, the guys are all hurt. They haven't fixed the offensive line. Every good football team builds a team from inside out. You got an offensive and defensive line, you're going to be able to compete. The Dolphins built their team from outside in, and now you don't have the infrastructure to protect any of it, whether it's a defensive pass rush, defense stopping the run, or offensive line protection, offensive, being able to run the football. And so what happened this past week was the two strengths that the Browns have. They can run the football and they can get after the quarterback. And guess what the two weaknesses for the Dolphins were? Can't stop the run, can't protect the quarterback.
Yeah, bad matchup.
And so that's what it looks like, even though both teams were 1-5. So when you watch the game take place, it was true to form.
What's
The
funny
Browns
though,
were able to
Leroy,
run the football. Huh?
hey, what's funny is that the Browns' offensive line stinks. I mean, the Dolphins were hitting Judkins in the backfield, and he was breaking tackles.
Again, that's all part of it. They miss a lot of tackles. They but I would say this. We said the same thing when the Chargers came into town. They were on their third string running back. Their two tackles are out. And a guy we never heard of ran all over him. So while you're sitting here saying the offensive line wasn't any good, neither were the last two offensive lines. And one ran for 200 and one ran for – he had 34 yards rushing in his career. He ran for 100 plus.
Well, good luck with Bijan Robinson this week.
Yeah, that can be real.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm saying. So it happens in sports that, your weaknesses usually get exposed at some point. Sometimes you can hide it throughout a whole year, but once you get to the playoffs, your weaknesses get exposed.
What do you think
The
of this
weaknesses
weekend?
of the Miami Dolphins are getting exposed every week.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of them. What do you think of this weekend? Patriots have been on a little bit of a heater here. They've won 3 straight on the road, including Buffalo, in between 2 bad teams. Dustin's saying with his chest that the Browns are going to cover.
Cover means lose by less than 7.
That's exactly right.
Here,
what do
I
you
would
think?
say this. I would say, nice job, New England. But you ain't that. You ain't that good yet that we can go ahead on and give another team 7 points. You've been in the dogfight every week. So I could agree with that. But what they are is right now they're a team that's fundamentally sound. They play solid on offense. They play solid on defense. They really don't make a whole bunch of mistakes, and they play just
themselves.
nothing that stands out, but they methodically play football and play it mistake-free. And if you can play that against half the teams in the NFL, it's going to give you a chance, because I've never seen so many penalties, with a lot of these teams. And that keeps them in a lot of these games.
Yeah, the first Monday night game was unwatchable this week.
Right.
It's just unwatchable.
Exactly.
I wonder is there a counter on that, Mike? Is there a number that we could look to? Number of penalties per game? And I know it's always, you get sometimes fooled by it, but it does to me seem like, at least anecdotally from watching without looking at stats, that the penalties are on the rise, and sometimes it's hard to look at.
And here's what's happening. You have elite pass rushers and run stoppers on the edges. And if they get caught on an edge, that's a hold.
Yeah.
Right? Because if and so that's an automatic one.
So take the 10 yards to save your quarterback. Yeah.
Right, pretty much. And then with all the crossing routes, the bunch looks, the crisscrossing of wide receivers, it's very easy to get bumped off and caught in trail position, so you're grabbing.
Yeah.
And so that's why a lot of teams, if you notice, a lot of teams are using crossing routes and stuff like that at all levels of football. It's not just the NFL. Like, you're taking your fast guy, you're putting him in that quick motion, you're putting him in trips, then they all crisscross, and your little fast guy goes across the field, and now they're in chase mode. Now, what defenses have started doing is they give the look like it's man-to-man, and then they drop back and drop that linebacker back. And you've seen periodically that the quarterback could just throw it to the linebacker because he think he's throwing it to that crossing route. And he's throwing it to the backside linebacker. So they've tried to do things with it to defend it. But here's the thing. You got to have the defense called when they call that. And it doesn't always work out that way.
Leroy, what did you make of the game plan with Quinshon Judkins in the I call it the wild dog. I kind of like the level of intentionalness that Kevin Stefanski, like, look, Hey, I ain't even gonna get a ball to the quarterback. I dropped him back 58 times last week. The forecast said it's gonna be raining. I'm about to put him in the wild dog and just let's cook. So do you expect to see that more of that mentality going forward, given the fact that what you have at quarterback?
If the winds are blowing 30, 40 and it's rainy and muddy, absolutely. Look, every week you go into a game and you may have a game plan and then the game starts. And the idea is to win the game that's being played in any sport. Like, they say the average score of a winning basketball team is 120. But sometimes you get caught in one of those games where the final score is 90 to 95. Win the game that's being played. And I think what the Browns did was they did an excellent job of being able to determine what kind of game it was going to take to win. Like, we ain't going to throw a whole bunch of passes. We ain't going to put our quarterback in harm's way like that and give the visiting team a chance. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to run the football. We're going to be patient with it. And eventually something's going to pop. And that's what happened. Now you put the Dolphins on their heels. They got to start throwing the ball. And guess what? Now you got to deal with Myles Garrett. Now you got to deal with Mason Graham. Now you got to deal with, some of these other guys. Now I tell you, here's where you know that these coaches are coaching their tail off. Because I ain't never seen Jim Schwartz blitz as much as he did last week. Right?
Right.
Win the game that needs to be won. He might go next week and go back to, the zone and relying on the pass rush. But for that week, we're going to put some undeniable pressure on a pass route on a quarterback that gets rid of the ball quick. And guess what? He threw it to us. He threw it to the other team.
Yeah, it worked. I'm pretty sure that the Browns' game plan going into Pittsburgh wasn't to have a rookie quarterback throw it 58 times. They just pulled the plug on the run so shockingly early that that's what it was.
You know what? I remember playing Pittsburgh, and I had conversations when we went to the Pro Bowl with the coach. Who was the coach back then?
Bill Cowher?
Bill Cowher. And Bill Cowher said something, and to this day, it sticks with me. It doesn't matter how much you run for. It matters how many times you run. And if you can run the ball 30, 35 times, even though the numbers might not be there, you're still controlling the line of scrimmage because they're allowing you and they're not putting you in any pressure to throw the football. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in yards per carry, right? But think about this. In today's football, what's 3 times 4? 12.
12. It's
That's first down.
Yeah.
You only average 3 yards a carry, though. Should you quit? You see what I mean?
That's a great point.
And Bill Cowher had that where you look at all the Pittsburgh games we played and they had 35, 40 carries for 110 yards, and it's the 40 carries that killed you, not the 110 yards, because you never forced them out of that situation where they could feel comfortable, where they didn't feel comfortable running the ball.
Also, isn't it death by 1,000 cuts too? Because you're just taking your pound of flesh on the defense constantly. And also when you keep running it, those safeties start to cheat up. And that might open the top and allow you to go deep. That's why you use the run to establish the pass.
So the Browns need to probably lean into that a little bit, right? And if you have success running the football early, then that opens up the play action. I mean, I don't know if you want to be dropping your rookie quarterback, just dropping him back and say, read the defense. Maybe roll him out, cut out half of the field, give him a short, medium, deep option. Do things where, like, I don't expect him to be in the same, advance as, say, a Joe Flacco in reading defenses. So help him out a little bit because he's young. I'm more than sure that when this season started, nobody thought that after week 5 that Joe Flacco wasn't going to be on the team and Dylan Gabriel was going to be the quarterback.
Right.
But that's what you have. So you have to coach accordingly. And,
By the way,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, in terms of the penalties, because we were asking before, there have been more penalties per team this year by a decent amount. It's only
I got
7
that numbers
games
too.
versus a whole season,
So
but per team, per game.
2023, there were 22.68 accepted penalties per game. That's obviously both teams combined.
Yeah.
So it's gone from 22.68 to 25.6 last year. That's an increase of well over 10%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then the same goes for this year. It went from 25.6 accepted penalties last year to 28.5.
Nobody wants that.
That's another 12% jump. So in 2 years, it's jumped 25%. That's astounding to me.
It's awful.
Want me to tell you why this happens?
Well, I thought your explanation earlier was great. Defensive ends are getting held and cornerbacks are grabbing jerseys, and I think that's probably it.
Right, but here's the other thing. Every year, the NFL comes to camp. The refs. We have officials for like a week.
Yeah, they're points of emphasis.
Usually they use them when you practice against other teams, but they used to do it even when we had that scrimmage against each other. They have NFL refs in, and in that meeting, you watch a video, and that video is points of emphasis.
Yep.
And you don't know what that is. Remember last year, at the start of the season, everybody was getting called for being off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
On or off.
Kansas City was doing it.
Illegal.
Yeah.
Right. It got carried away. Then last year, it was the motion guy when he comes across doing like CFL.
Right, starting to turn before he could.
Right. That was a point of emphasis last year. I don't know what the point of emphasis is this year. But these coaches, right, they go in and say, hey, man, what's up with all this offensive line holding? It becomes a point of emphasis.
Right.
And if you look at a lot of these penalties, every time you have a big play, you got to look back to see if somebody was holding.
Especially this year, you hold your breath more than ever.
Right. Here's another one. Illegal man downfield because they're throwing that quick pass or that RPO, and because it's behind the line of scrimmage or are you less than a yard downfield, everybody's blocking. The problem is if the quarterback pats the ball one time, now your whole O-line is down the field.
Yeah, that's
they should get rid of that. That's a stupid penalty they shouldn't call. Illegal formation is a stupid penalty they shouldn't call. I'll tell you another
here's
thing.
why you got here.
Yeah, go ahead.
And when you have a defense that gets after the quarterback, it's an advantage to you. And here's why. You see those tackles? Those tackles inch back,
Oh, they want to
inch
get
back.
back as they can.
Right. So these penalties move them up. And now
I don't
that
like it.
D lineman is licking his chops.
Yeah.
So
I think if a player's running off the field
I hate that one.
and he's
I hate
one
that
step away, then you
right.
shouldn't
I
put
hate
12
that
men on
one.
the field.
To me, I think
That's
it's
dumb.
cheating by the offense to
Yeah,
try to
it's
catch
dumb.
you.
It's
I
not the
think-
spirit of the rule.
No, I
Right.
agree with you.
And
How
that's-
is he helping the defense?
Right,
He's not.
yeah.
I totally disagree
that's
with you
the
guys.
thing that-
Whoa!
I'm surprised you do, being a defensive player.
Yeah, if you're undisciplined enough to not get your ass off the field, then you're going to get a
well,
flag.
Look,
And
in
then-
some of
but
those
here's the other
instances,
thing,
yes,
Jay,
but sometimes the
Jay.
offense is doing it on purpose.
Jay,
They're baiting
Jay,
you. Go ahead.
here's the other thing they do though. If you switch, they give you time to switch.
They do, right.
Yeah.
So
ref
it's
will
not.
step
It's
in.
never.
Have time to
It's never. It's never a situation where you're getting caught off guard.
Correct.
It's a situation where you're trying to change your defense, and they haven't changed the offense.
Right, and you got caught.
Right.
Right.
And
And
you get
the other
caught.
one is,
So-
and the other one is, it's not that hard to be on the line of scrimmage.
No, that one drives me nuts.
It no,
Yeah,
but
that drives me nuts.
I'm
Is
that what
telling
you're talking about?
I'm telling you
Yeah.
I'm telling you I'm telling you these tackles.
Tackles need a little help.
Right. And if you, it almost looks like they doing pump protection.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because
Kansas City
it doesn't
was
look
away
like a
with it
straight
2
line.
years ago about 40% of the time.
I'm with Dustin. I'm with Dustin on this.
You played the position.
Like, listen. If you're out here looking around and you think about all the advantages the offense have got,
Good.
You can't be sitting there crying, talk about.
No, I want more offense.
So you can't hit the quarterback low. You
Yes.
can't put your hands on his face mask. You can't hit a quarterback and land your weight on him. You can't horse collar. You can't head slap anybody. If you get a 5-yard contact downfield, it's an automatic first down. You can't hit a defenseless receiver.
Hey,
you can't
hold up.
That's wild.
Hold up. Counterpoint. If you ain't paying attention, we can't knock your ass out.
There it is. You can't crack back on us. Don't be crack back on us. We only got 4 rules.
Hey, wait, it ain't my fault that you ain't looking.
Yeah, head on the swivel.
You want to
head on the swivel.
You want to come down the line. I don't even see you. You gonna ear hold me and be like, oh,
wait.
We got you.
Wait. You don't see offensive players getting knocked out like that?
No, because we can't. No, on an interception, Leroy, we can't go and drive your quarterback because we blocking him. On a pick and the defense,
That's
get
the
the ball.
quarterback.
No. I want the
The
quarterback.
blocking rules apply for all stuff, interceptions and that. But I'm saying, for example, we had this argument, and I had this argument when Chubb got hurt, and he got tackled. He was being held up high and then hit low.
Yeah.
Right? That's about as defenseless as a football player can be on the field.
You know they don't care about y'all, Leroy.
But that's what I'm saying. So let me ask you. So when you giving those little BS penalties that the offense can get called for, you think I'm feeling sorry for you?
Nah,
I'm getting knocked out. I'm getting
Leroy.
blowed up all the time.
Leroy, who you taking, Adrian Peterson or Barry Sanders?
This guy.
Barry Sanders.
Let's go.
You know why? Because
better.
Adrian Peterson played on a good team.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders didn't. And that was the only person. And I'm going to tell you who else was sneaky good with this. Eric Dickerson.
That good.
Eric Dickerson.
Sneaky.
No.
Dickerson.
No. Hold on. I mean sneaky as making people miss. Barry Sanders would make people look foolish on the defensive side of the football with zero blocking. Right?
Yeah.
Eric Dickerson, sneakily, I watched my rookie year. He was with Indianapolis. And he ran they had a toss. And the cornerback came up to support him and whiffed. And I saw Eric Dickerson put that fluid, smooth, stand-up, straight move on him. And I was like, oh, my goodness. Right? I saw Barry Sanders single-handedly shorten Rod Woodson's career. Because he went out there, there was one-on-one. He put a little something on him, and he blew his knee out.
Wow.
So I got a list.
I was like, that's one Hall of Famer against another one.
Yeah.
This has to be rapid fire, Leroy. I'm gonna throw you a name out, and you tell me if they're a Hall of Fame back or not. Let's go with Frank Gore. Yes or no?
Yes.
Fred Taylor.
No.
Yes.
Ricky Waters.
No.
Roger Craig. That's
No.
tough.
That's
Jamal
tough.
Lewis.
2000, but I mean, if you got old boy in from Denver and after only playing 7 or 8 years,
Yeah, that's true.
then
That's true.
I'm inclined to put all the 2,000-yard guys in.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson.
No. Hey, Chris Johnson's
No.
way up the list. He's got the same
Yeah.
season, doesn't he?
Oh, dude.
Chris
No.
Johnson?
Eric Dickerson still has it.
Does he?
Yeah, he didn't pass it. He got close.
And
I thought Chris Johnson passed it.
last but not least, Nick Chubb.
No.
He gonna be on that band. He gonna be up there with the Browns, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I tell you who should be on that list:
Who that?
Metcalf.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you why. You know, Eric Metcalf has over 20,000 total yards.
Yeah, versatility.
And they putting special teams in, dude. They got. I mean, Hester was wild.
But Metcalf did everything, and they got Devin Hester. Eric Metcalf was Devin Hester while playing offense.
That is kind of crazy. True. That is kind of crazy.
So he has 20,000 total yards.
My God.
Chew on that.
20 reps.
And can't even get a sniff.
But
Can't even get a sniff. But see, here's the thing. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know where he was on that list of all-time yards?
nope.
No, but when you say
So
it now, it makes sense because he was so elite as a returner. Elite.
A returner. When he got traded to Atlanta, he had 100 catches there.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
like while we sitting here talking about
Crazy.
players that made an impact
Crazy.
on football during their time, is there a person who had more of an impact than him just with offensive football in the return game? A lot of these return guys didn't play offense.
That's true. Most of them.
Yeah, they were
Or
special.
how much?
Eric did everything. That's a
Right.
good point.
So like the problem is that as great as he was as a return guy, he wasn't only a return guy. And if you separate all of his numbers and then pull them up that way, then you're not going to get the whole picture.
Right. That's a good point. Before
So
we go,
somebody in the Browns organization or the media, the way they talk about other players in other parts of the country, I don't understand why nobody ain't talking about Eric Metcalf.
yeah, he needs an advocate for sure. Hey, before we
Right.
go, what do you see happening Sunday?
I see this game being a lot closer than people think because the Browns can run the football and they can get after the quarterback. However, the Patriots play mistake-free football.
Yeah.
And although the game will be close, if you making mistakes, if you got penalties, if you giving them free first downs, if you turn the ball over, then you give them an opportunity to just hang in there and win a football game at the end. So the game will be close unless there's, turnovers or unless you're not committed to the run.
Very good. Leroy, have a great week, man. We'll see you soon.
All righty. All right.
Great Leroy Horde.
Those are some interesting names you brought up there. Where'd you come up with that list there, G. Bush?
AI.
Oh.
I'm on a J. Jay put me onto the AI.
Isn't it awesome? AI got me the penalty numbers.
Jamal, I went and looked at Jamal. I was like, Jamal Lewis, was he? I didn't realize
Jamal Lewis.
for how he was great for more years than I thought he was.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
had
of him as like, it was only 2-3 years he was great, but he was actually really good.
Running backs get caught up, lost
Frank
in the
Gore's a
shuffle.
weird one. Like his second year of his career was the best year of his career, and then he was very good for a
Gore,
long time.
I think it's
after
the
that.
longevity,
It's the longevity.
at a position that
Yes.
doesn't offer it.
Yeah.
That to me, now I know you can't say, well, that can't be the only reason he played, but to your
at a
point,
position like
he
that-
was an effective running back for many years.
But I never thought of Frank Gore as like the best running back in the game.
I mean, I
Ever
believe he's
in his
third all
career.
time.
No, he never was the best, but he's up there in yardage. And the other thing is,
Third
for
all
those
time.
that watched him
That's crazy.
tear up his leg against Ohio
the
State,
story.
Yeah.
To me,
That-
that
you
is
think-
a career-ending injury.
That's Willis
That's
McGahee.
McGahee, not
That's
Gore.
McGahee.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Gore
you're right.
did
You're
have,
right.
have
You're
knee
right.
injuries,
McGahee.
but that was not against
Yeah,
Ohio
yeah.
State.
Yeah, no, you're right.
The McGahee thing was ugly.
Yeah. Oh,
Gore had
McGahee
multiple
was
knee
nasty.
injuries too.
He
yeah.
tore his ACL twice.
Was it? Is Gore's son?
Yeah.
He was
In the NFL.
He wasn't.
Was
I don't
Southern,
think-
gone
he wasn't
now, right?
Southern Miss. I think he transferred. And then he's in the league now,
But-
right? Is
I
in the
thought
league?
He might still be around, but they weren't that far from playing at the same time. Imagine that.
That's crazy.
A running back.
Yeah, he's playing right now. He's on the
His
Bills.
son is still around.
He's on the Bills.
Well,
practice
Gore's last
squad.
year was 2020, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, think about that, Bull. Like we see baseball players
Right.
like the Griffeys do it, but
Basketball
baseball there's
we've now
longevity.
seen.
Basketball we've seen, but for football,
That's crazy.
especially a running back, to think that he was at last in the league in
2020, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Frank
that's
Gore
crazy.
Jr.
That was
was
even
in the
that close.
2024 draft.
I mean,
Oh, my gosh.
some of the guys that got in, like the thing that always baffles me is Curtis Martin. Curtis Martin's in the Hall of Fame.
I mean,
Well,
Curtis
he's
Martin,
up there on the
and
total
that's why
yards.
Frank. That's
That's
why
why-
Frank Gore's going to get in
because
Yeah,
Curtis
they're in that same ilk.
Yeah.
Because Curtis Martin, I never saw Curtis when I watched him play. It was never like, oh my goodness,
It's
here
the
come
same
Curtis
thing.
Martin.
He was just
It's
good for
like
a long
in baseball.
time.
There's a lot of players that are in there because like like Phil Necro, he was never.
Yeah.
He got in for compiling, and
won
there's
a lot of
guys.
games because he played a lot of seasons.
Yeah.
With these guys that we're talking of, though, for me, I don't know what the
241
numbers
games
are,
played.
but I remember at one
241
point
games.
that the longevity for a running back
crazy.
was the lowest of all the position players in the NFL.
It
Yeah,
is.
which makes sense.
And it does make sense. I mean, it's a high collision
He has the most
position.
games played at running back, 241.
241.
That's wild. And now think about that. That means how many guys do you think he saw his teams draft at his position that were going to take his place?
Hundreds.
That were selling insurance.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
While he was still an effective running back.
You know
in the
what 100
NFL.
games is? 100 games.
That's
is
what, 8 years, 6 years?
100
now
games.
with
That's
17.
That's playing
Yeah.
50.
That's 6 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I played in 12 or 13 regular season games
Wow.
over the course of 4 years.
That is a
And
that's a bonkers
and he
number.
was getting hit every. Running
I know.
backs.
It's
The only
crazy.
way running backs are down is either
Crazy.
they score a touchdown or get tackled.
And you typically
Every play.
lose that step at around 26, 27, 28 compared to the 21 to 22 year olds that are
It
coming
also
in.
shows like what a smart player he was to be able to do everything. Like he didn't have to be the bell cow bat. Like he didn't have to carry the ball every play. Third downs, he could come in. Like he get out of the backfield, pass protection, was able to pick up offenses, was able to be a great leader to the young players. Like
How many teams did
all
he play
those
for?
things. God, I think it was like 7.
Yeah, it feels to me.
I
like
mean,
it was a lot
I
of
take
teams.
Nick Chubb at his best over Frank Gore at his best.
I would
But
too. I would too.
Frank
But
Gore was
do you want
very
the
good
star
for a
that
long
burns
time.
hot, or do you want the star that burns for a long time?
5 teams. Sorry.
Felt like 7.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 teams.
I knew it was a lot of teams.
He
but
bounced around at the end of his career.
He'll get in too. Frank will get in.
Yeah.
Ends on 16,000 even. too.
which is crazy. Yeah.
the
The guy who should not be in the Hall of
That's
Fame,
like Roberto
in my opinion,
Clemente.
that will get in, and I know Mike gets mad when I say this, but I wouldn't. Eli Manning to me was never a Hall of Famer.
All right, time for our next topic, guys. Before we get to our next topic, a quick word from Peloton.
You don't want to defend your guy, Eli?
Nope.
We got to get to Peloton.
Let's get the Peloton.
I'm Cody Rourke from Locked On Broncos, and this episode is brought to you by Peloton. Peloton is shaping the future of fitness with the brand new Peloton Cross-Training Tread Plus, powered by Peloton IQ. This is Peloton's most advanced equipment yet, giving you real-time guidance and endless ways to move, whether you're running, lifting, or you're cross-training with your favorite instructors like Alex Toussaint. It's training reimagined to make your workout more personal. Peloton is built for breakthroughs with features that help you plan, stay motivated, and hit peak performance. You can let yourself run, lift, flex, and go while Peloton handles all the rest. Plus, Peloton IQ provides real-time strength coaching, tracking your progress and suggesting weights that challenge you so you can get stronger. Plus, the new movement tracking camera, it counts your reps and corrects your form in real time, making sure every rep is safer and smarter. So, let yourself run, lift, flex, push, and go. Explore the new Peloton Cross-Training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com.
It's working.
Said it.
Oh, it's good.
All right, guys. We usually do 5 stats for the upcoming game on Friday, but I found some really good stats for this game, and I wanted to do it on Wednesday this week so it can frame some of our discussions later in the week. So we're going to do this today. Dustin, basically I find a couple of stats that I think are pertinent to the game at hand.
Love it.
And then we're going to discuss some of them. And a lot of these will be framed into conversations later in the week, including one that Coach Tyvis is going to break down for us on Friday. But the first stat that you guys need to know for this weekend's game against the New England Patriots takes us back to what happened on Sunday against Miami. The Browns ran 52 offensive plays. On those 52 offensive plays, they had an extra lineman. They went in jumbo sets 22 times. It's 40.9% of their offensive plays. They used an extra offensive lineman. Now, part of that is David Njoku was out. Regardless, that was the highest single percentage any team has used jumbo sets this entire season. And in those jumbo sets, from those 22 plays, they ran the ball 15 times. Judkins, on those extra lineman runs, 15 rushes, 69 yards, and all 3 touchdowns. So whether it's something we see continue moving forward, whether it's just a result of Njoku being out, we'll find out against New England. But 40.9% of the time against Miami, the Browns brought in an extra offensive lineman, and had some relatively high success doing it against Miami.
It's amazing because obviously the one carry was, 46 yards?
Yes.
So even with the jumbo package, the rest of the time was 14 carries for 23 yards. Tells you how bad the offensive line is for the Browns. Even with an extra blocker, even with an extra lineman, they did a terrible job blocking for him on all but one play, Mike. So you could say the numbers are good, that was successful. I mean, that's really just based on one play. And I say that to knock the line, not to knock Judkins, because he was consistently getting hit in the backfield. And the fact that they had 40% of the time in the jumbo package and they still did a terrible job blocking, that's crazy.
Yeah, when you go back and watch it, and this is a good thing about going to see the film, there's guys in the backfield. Judkins is just, this is why I'm starting to learn why teams want young running backs, because 9 times out of 10, I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 good offensive lines. I love the way the Lions block it up. Like, they got people that get to the next level. Eagles do a good job with the running game. But most often, you got guys that you need to depend on making people miss. Like, Judkins does not go down on the first tackle. So that's a lot where a lot of his yards is coming from, especially on the goal line. It's like he's getting hit, and he's either spinning off or bouncing it, or guys are coming open free, and he has enough athleticism to get outside. So, yeah, it's not like the Browns' offensive line is moving people off the line of scrimmage. There's really not that much movement up front. It's just the fact that they got somebody back there that has vision. Like, the difference between him and Jerome Ford is like, I don't know, 100,000%. Like, Jerome Ford gets tackled on every hit. He gets tackled on guys that shouldn't bring you down. He just falls down. Like, this is the reason why Judkins is, the focal point of the offense. But the problem is this. You can bring all them linemen in you want. I'm going to tell you this, man. Any good defense coach said, we can stop the run. It's called numbers. We got more numbers than you.
It's a math problem.
And if we got gap integrity and I got a man in each gap, there's nowhere to go. It's not going to work. So they're going to force you to throw the football and force you to make reads. But it looks nice against the Dolphins.
I mean, especially because almost every pass, even, not that they threw many, is within 5 yards of the line.
Right.
So,
sure.
I
agree with you. To me, they blocked well on one play. And if you take that play out, his yards per rush, it's under, I think it's around
under two. Under two, yeah.
And so even with the the extra linemen, they blocked that one play up beautifully, and it went for a touchdown. That just goes to show you that with Judkins and a great offensive line, he becomes,
it's crazy.
I'll probably get pushback on this. Saquon Barkley, don't get me wrong, he's a great back. But the difference between Saquon Barkley, Giant style, and Eagle style is the offensive line. I mean, it's that simple.
He still had huge numbers when he was healthy.
He did.
Giants,
he did. But to me, he's reaching his full potential now with the Eagles because he's getting holes to run through.
What'd you say, Mike?
He has not been good this year.
Yeah, he's not having a good
year. His numbers are down from last year.
Way down.
Is he? When you say he's not good, is he not like in the top 10 backs in the league?
I don't think so. Not right now.
Wow, that would surprise me.
I mean, Saquon's still incredible. Don't get me wrong, but his stats this year are not good. He's 113 rushes, 365 yards, 3.2 yard per carry average.
That is very down for him.
No, like seriously, he's.
Hey, they get old at 26, 27.
Who's leading the league in yards per carry? Like for guys who have a decent amount of characters, decent amount of
Saquon's 23rd in the league in rushing yards, and he's played every game.
Where's Taylor on yards per and total?
Jonathan Taylor leads the league in total yards by almost 100.
Yeah, he's great.
And yards per rush for just running backs that have actually had a real amount of carries would be. Do you count Rico Dowdle? Has he had enough carries to count?
I don't think so. It's only been really 2.5 games.
Then Bijan, who's slightly ahead of Javonte Williams, Jonathan Taylor, and A-Chain. They're all in the exact same range. 5'4", 5'3", 5'3", 5'3", 5'2". So, all right, this next stat also involves Quinshawn, but it has to do with his greatness versus a defense that's been very, very good against the rush this year. Saquon is averaging 78 rush yards per game. He's reached 50 or more yards in every game he's played except for one. The Patriots, though, in 7 games have not allowed a 50-yard rusher yet.
Not a lot of 50-yard rusher?
Not a lot of. These are the running backs they've played and the total number of rush yards they've had. Genti had 19.
And those are really good backs for the most part.
Jalen Warren had 47. Chuba Hubbard had 49. James Cook had 49. Now, Josh Allen had 51 yards. So I do want to point out in the Buffalo game, Josh
No
Allen,
running backs.
quarterback.
Yeah.
They have not allowed a running back to get 50.
That's a really impressive
Alvin
stat.
Kamara 31 and Tajay Spears at 22. So something's got to give. Judkins 50 plus in 5 of his 6 games.
Give me the over on
Yes.
Judkins Sunday, but that scares me because that's our offense, and that's
Well,
also what they do well.
Go back and look at them quarterbacks. Josh Allen got his 50, so that really don't count. But I'll tell you, what quarterbacks is on that list?
Nobody.
Genti and
Well,
Geno
what
Smith,
quarterback the Browns
A-Chain,
have?
Tua, Warren, Aaron Rodgers,
Okay.
Chuba Hubbard, Bryce.
Okay.
Bryce
There's
Young.
no good quarterbacks except for Allen, and then Rodgers is the second best quarterback.
So what they do, like I just said, oh, you think you about to just come in here and run the ball? No, you're not. we got 12 people up here.
Right.
If you want to hit us deep and throw for 350 yards a day, have at it. But
yeah,
we don't
the
think you're
Patriots
gonna
are
do it.
no doubt going to try to. Judkins is the 100% focus of their defense.
Yeah.
100%.
So let's put some plays in the offense that are passing plays of more than 5 yards.
Well,
If that offense, you need time to go downfield.
Yes.
I think
and
you
you receivers that can catch
a
the
wide
ball.
receiver
And you
can
need-
run 5 yards in 0.6 seconds.
and you need. And by the way, when you start dropping back, you know what happens? Your tackles are holding. So if you get 1st and 10, or you got a 10-yard holding penalty for the Browns is a punt.
Punt.
That's a medium
might as well
punt.
punt on first down and
Like
catch them
that,
off guard.
You might as well just go ahead and squib kick. Or you get a holding or false starts. It's crazy. That's 1st and 15. The Browns got a punt.
What
got a
is
lot of those,
Njoku
too.
status for this week? Do we know yet?
Still
practicing
doubtful.
today.
He's-
he
I
is.
thought he was questionable or doubtful yesterday.
He's practicing today.
Oh,
so.
good.
So he'll probably play.
I
That's a
mean,
good
Got him in
chance.
fantasy. I need to put him back in.
How did he get hurt?
I don't remember
Was
what
it
his
a
injury
knee?
was.
It was against Pittsburgh. It was a knee. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has not been running well.
No, he's slow.
No.
He has
lost a
not-
step or
Yes.
two.
Not having a very good year.
I
Poor
was
guys in the contract year.
I was watching him run these routes, and I'm like, "Hey man, you gonna get on your horse?"
It looks like he's pulling a truck.
It's like I'm like, man,
Pulling a truck.
You know what's going to happen, by
he
the way.
is not running well at
You know
all.
what's going to happen with
They're going to
Njoku.
trade him, but they're not going to get much for him
He's going to end up. Kelsey's going to retire. He's going to sign with Kansas City
and become the greatest
Well, yeah,
second
it'll be
life
good. Yeah.
tight end ever.
Well, yeah,
That would be that would be a Kansas City move to make. That would be a Kansas City move. Then they'd have Mr. Three Wheels Hunt run
Yeah.
in their short yardage situation, and they'd have our old tight end for Kelsey's replacement.
All right, next one does not involve the running game. This goes back to Drake Maye. These next two are also involved with Drake Maye. And so far this season, we know Drake May's been good, but he's been especially good at throwing the deep ball. These are his deep pass rankings according to PFF this season, which quantifies any deep pass as a pass that travels 25 air yards or more. He's 14 of 18 on deep passes this season for a 77.8% completion percentage.
Wow.
That ranks number 1 in the NFL. His 414 yards on those deep passes, so 14 completions, 414 yards. That's the 5th most in the NFL. 5 touchdowns, 2nd most in the league. No picks. Of those 14 completions, PFF has 10 that qualify as big-time throws, 0 turnover-worthy throws. His quarterback rating on those deep passes, a perfect 158.3. And I know PFF's dead, but he is first in the NFL with a perfect PFF rating on deep passes.
Well, in this instance, PFF matches reality.
yeah.
Can't argue with those numbers.
You see, that right there is the difference between what you can do and what you hope to do. See, when you throwing the ball 18 times downfield, it's on tape now. So now you can't be just running up there talking about you got to play it even. And when you're playing them even, we all know this.
He's leaving.
You know what it is, Dustin. There's the option downfield. Those are crazy numbers.
They
to
really
me.
are.
I mean,
I knew he was good with the deep ball. I didn't know he was that good.
You trying
I
to
may
be
be reconsidering my spread take.
It'd be a smart move.
For comparison, someone's going to ask, Dylan Gabriel on these deep passes is 1 for 4 this season. So that's what technically is considered.
1 for 4 on passes of how long?
25 air
25
air
more
yards.
yards.
He's thrown 4 passes in 3 games. Is it 3 games?
Yeah.
3 games, yes.
4 passes of 25 or more yards.
and you make your living.
And that can be a 15-yard throw from 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
What's the weather in Foxborough this
It's
weekend?
right? I don't think that's
No, it's from the
No,
line
I
of
think it's
scrimmage.
from the line of scrimmage.
It's from the line of
Is it for
scrimmage.
sure?
I believe it's from
Yes,
the line of
it's
scrimmage.
definitely.
I thought it
Whole
was.
times.
That would be an estimate, obviously. But
How many times have quarterbacks period thrown the ball over 25 yards, including Flacco?
I mean, Baker has the most attempts this year with 38.
So I would, watching Flacco play the first few games, I would wager he couldn't have had more than 5.
I'm looking for Flacco
he
on
probably
here.
had.
Flacco has 23 this season, but I can't separate
You can't
it.
separate 'em.
Unless I go game by game, but that's going to take a little bit more digging.
Yeah. But
Flacco's 6 of 23 on those passes this season.
Compared to May, who's 14 of 18.
so if you got 4 and you just say man, that's crazy. Say
By the
you-
way, Baker's 14 of 38, to give you a comparison.
What is? I probably don't know the league average. I'd say the league average would be less than 50% completion on those passes, and he's at 77%.
There's only of quarterbacks that have legitimately played this season. And do we want to count Jacoby Brissett, who's played 3 games?
Yeah, count them.
yeah.
There are only 3 quarterbacks with a completion percentage over 50% on those deep passes.
Yeah, and he's 77.
It's Drake Maye, Sam Darnold, and then Jacoby Brissett. If we're gonna give Jacoby Brissett the nod, if
In
not,
what
it's
world,
just 2.
2 years ago, would have anyone said that is even possible? That those 3 would be your most successful long ball hitters.
And that's why they play the game.
Yeah, you
It's
never
still
know,
early,
man.
too.
Fortunes change on a dime in the NFL.
Yeah.
By the way, Ramondre Stevenson and Hunter Henry have more receiving yards than every Browns wide receiver not named Jerry Jeudy. And Hunter Henry has more receiving yards
You
than Jerry
wanted to
Jeudy.
call him Harvey again, didn't you?
Did.
Hunter Harvey is the son of Steve Harvey.
Yeah, is he really?
No, it's his grandson.
No, yeah, I don't think they're related.
Hunter Henry.
All right, next stat comes courtesy of Jack Andrade, who works for the NFL Network, who dug this up. But in the history of the NFL, guys, in the history of the NFL, only 3 players at the age of 24 or younger have had 6 consecutive games of at least 200 passing yards and a quarterback rating of 100 or better. 3 players in the history of the NFL. Those 3 players, Patrick Mahomes, Dan Marino, and Drake Maye from weeks 2 through week 7.
Boy,
200 or more passing yards and 100 or better quarterback rating in 6 consecutive games at the age of 24 or younger.
their last names all start M.A.
Marino, and Drake Maye.
That's
Against
insane.
Tennessee this past week, this one's even a little crazier. He became just the 4th quarterback in the Super Bowl era, ever. Or 4th player, actually, because Walter Payton's on this list, with 2 pass touchdowns, 2 or fewer incompletions, and 60 or more rush yards in a single game. I know it's a wonky, kind of crazy stat,
Walter
but
Payton threw 2 touchdowns. In a
Walter
game.
Payton was 2 for 2 in a 2-touchdown game where he rushed for 83
you
yards.
think the second time
Drake
they would have seen
Maye,
it coming.
Yeah, right.
RG3, and Lamar Jackson. So pretty elite company for Drake Maye over this last stretch. I know the bottom
Well,
one
what's really crazy about that is the first 2, the only other 2
Makes
quarterbacks
sense.
to do it, I can see. They're running quarterbacks. I mean, dang.
Drake Maye, what were his rushing yards last year?
He's athletic. Last year for Drake Maye,
Exciting White. Yep. He's
Exciting
now.
Exciting
Yep.
White.
that was well played, Dustin. Well played.
Garrett had me.
Yeah,
callback.
we was looking. I
Yeah,
was
we
like,
had the
eye
look.
contact.
He gave me the approval to say it again.
Yeah.
Drake,
there was
Drake
it.
Maye.
Yep.
Drake Maye rushed for 421 yards last season.
Yeah, I mean, he's a,
It's not bad.
he's a
freaking
mobile
rusher. That's a good amount.
Yeah.
40 yards a game.
He's what J.J. McCarthy wants to
Oh,
be.
bro, he ran a like under a 4.6.
Oh.
Yeah, he's athletic.
Oh, he moving there, huh?
He's beyond exciting.
Like, so this is what Trevor Lawrence wants to be when he grows up?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, next stat, and this is important for the Browns.
4, 5,
Against
9.
Miami last week, and this is going to be pivotal in stopping Drake Maye. The Browns, who are predominantly a man coverage team, heading into last week and played the highest percentage of cover 1 man in the entire league, ran zone on 33 of the 36 dropbacks against Miami. They completely changed their tendency, flipped the script completely. 33 of 36 dropbacks against Miami, they played zone coverage. Miami, and this includes Quinn and Tua, so it's not just with the one, had a 28.4 passer rating against. That's the lowest passer rating against zone defense by any quarterback tandem or individual quarterback the NFL has seen all season. The lowest.
So why are
they
we
had a
doing more of it?
24.4% drop back success rate against that zone coverage. That was the 4th lowest this season.
Yeah,
Week
I
3,
completely
2023?
write this off because of the opponent.
It's Tua.
To me.
You don't think there's anything to the fact they
No, it's
completely
one
change the
game.
defensive strategy? I'm not saying it's going to work again, but
Yeah.
that's the heaviest man team in football that went 33 to 36 zone dropbacks against Miami.
I was good. They switched it up.
Is it because what did Campbell play in Jacksonville?
He's a man corner, ironically.
Yeah, I mean, he's a high cover guy.
And they went zone and
I would think
Tua,
that it makes sense if
try
they
and
make
beat
the
us.
change because the new guy's not, but he can man with anybody,
Yeah.
I would think.
And man coverage, here's two things I'm not going to do. I'm not going to put you in man and it's wet. If you fall down, it's a touchdown. I'm not going to put you in man if you get behind because you slip. I got to grab this.
So you think it was weather related then?
I'm going to put you in zone and you playing Tua. So it's like, okay, Tua, if you're going to sit back with a wet football and just carve us up all the way down the field, go be my guest. And he showed you couldn't do that. So
Yeah.
I don't think that they're gonna. That's gonna be their moneymaker moving forward. I don't think you're gonna see them play.
No, that was a game adjustment.
Yeah, a little nice little adjustment.
Just like they said they put the wild dog.
yeah, like
caught
I-
myself.
wild dog.
Yeah.
Wild
Well,
dog
then good
in
for them for making a
specifically
one-game
on
adjustment.
Thursday
I mean,
because of the
Steve,
weather.
Steve,
Yeah.
keep
That's
putting me on camera. I'm trying to get a cramp in my side. I keep putting me on the damn camera.
Since when was Bulls? What are you
Like doing all these
nervous?
stretches and take me off the freaking camera.
I'll do the last stat real quick, then we're going to talk some Cavs because they have
Bull.
their season open
Now I'm
tonight.
never gonna be off.
Take Bull
The
live.
last stat you guys got to know
Take camera
for
3.
Sunday. This season, Myles Garrett has faced a chip block on 31.3% of his pass rush
Who
attempts.
keeps these stats?
Last year, this
I
is from
know,
next.
right?
This is from Next Gen Stats.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
Last year,
Who is this AI? Does AI do this? 'Cause,
this
like,
next gen.
is there a person sitting there like, oh,
Next
you
Gen.
chipped? He was chipped.
Yeah.
Chipped.
There is.
Shout out.
Last year, he
Skynet
was
came
chipped
back.
on 21.7%. That was the highest of his career until this year. It's 10 points essentially higher this year than it was last year. The first 7 years of his career, so not last year, the first 7 was just 13.9%. So teams are chipping Myles more than ever. Guess which team likes to chip outside edge rushers more than
New
any other
England.
team in football?
Oh, I'm gonna guess the Patriots.
That's a great guess,
better
Dustin.
change
So
that
that's
pick,
something to watch
Dustin.
for on Sunday.
yeah.
Gee, what is chipping a guy like Myles? Can that be something that actually slows him down? He seems like he's having pretty damn good success. Even
Of
against-
course. And you know how
It's not going to speed him up.
the worst thing about being a defensive lineman is that you have to put hands on another man at all times, and that's bad either way. I got to get past the tackle. Oh, there's the tight end. Oh, here comes another little running back. Put hands on me. Oh, here comes. Now I got to beat the tackle. It slows you down, and it gets nerve-wracking. And so when you got a dominant pass rusher and you have him isolated and they don't like to move him around as much, it slows him down and it takes him out of the football game. And even if you don't slow him down and you don't chip him, it's that hesitation in 2 seconds where it's like, oh, they're not chipping me. Oh, let me rush now. Nah, like it just gets annoying. And plus, you're going to tell everybody else, listen, I like Mason Graham and Malik Collins and with Isaiah McGuire and some of those guys, Alex Wright. But it's Myles Garrett. I'm gonna single y'all up until y'all beat me. Y'all gonna have 3-4 sacks apiece before I stop chipping, and I'm still gonna chip. If Alex Wright kills you and you lose the game because Alex Wright went crazy, shake his hand. I don't think, but my calculus is you're not gonna be able to do that.
Right, yeah.
Chip.
It makes sense, but boy, it's alarming how much it's gone up.
Way
from
up.
11% to 30%. Well, they talked about that in the telecast Sunday. And they just talked about from last year, and I was surprised that it was a 10% increase from last year, but it's a 20% increase from a few years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's hack of miles.
I mean, it's a testament to how good he is. But
Oh yeah.
We're gonna put you on the free throw line, big dog. Foul.
all right, guys, it's time to talk a little Cavs. They tip off their season tonight. We're
Yes.
going to get to that after a quick word from FanDuel. The NBA season's here, guys, and FanDuel has a new offer for you don't want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if that first $5 bet wins. Yep, $5 bet. If it hits for new customers, you get $300 to use in bonus bets across the app. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com/UCSS to download the FanDuel app and get started today. Bull, I know you're excited. You've been waiting for this day for quite a while.
I'm ready.
It is opening tip-off for the Cavaliers.
Let's
We're going
go.
to play No Fence Riders in about 10 minutes, but I want to get this out the way first. Jason and I talked about it on the Ultimate Cav Show yesterday. You can find that discussion on our YouTube page, but I want to toss it to you guys as well. In your mind, is anything short of a trip to the finals a failure for the Cavs this season? G.
Nah, you got to get to the finals. That's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to get. Like, I think you're better than the Knicks. I mean, you've been handed something. Look at the people that's out. Damian Lillard's no longer in the conference. It's just Giannis himself. You look at Halliburton being injured. There's a young upstart Detroit Pistons teams that's coming along with JB, but you got more talent than them. You should be able to dispose of them. And the only competition is the Knicks. But we've seen what Mike Brown's offense look like come down the backstretch. Under no circumstances can you let Cap kill you. You can't let some of these other dudes. And if Donovan Mitchell wants to be known as one of them, right now he's really a really super great player. But to become him, or even be in the conversation in that upper pantheon, he got to win a championship, and I think he's focused on that. But yeah, it's definitely finals. That's what we're looking for, finals. And rest of the stuff is cool, but finals is where you're gonna make your money at.
Agree.
I would say the answer to that question is yes, but I'm gonna put an asterisk in there and say Eastern Conference Finals. They've got to at least get there. That would be growth. I think if Mobley can take that next step, we can get to the Eastern Conference Finals and have a chance to go to the NBA Finals. I mean, we all think that this is a team that can win a championship. There's no doubt about that. They've been a team that could have won a championship last year and maybe the year before that. But for whatever reason, they've appeared to be a little soft in the playoffs. They've had some injuries along the way that have been untimely. And, I think they're close. But, I mean, you didn't pay these guys all this money. You didn't trade for Donovan Mitchell for them to be a 50-plus win team. I mean, that doesn't matter. They've got to win. And they got to win this year.
Yeah, I don't care about anything but the finals. To me, it is finals or bust, just because of what's happened in the East. Boston dismantled.
Yeah.
The Pacers have injuries. I just feel like it almost gives them an easy out if you just say, because by the way, in the progression, they made the play-in game and lost. Then they got beat in the first round. Then they got beat in the second round. They've taken a step each of the last 3 years. Next step in that progression is to make the finals. So obviously, it wouldn't be as big a bust.
Lost in the same round 2 years in a row.
Yeah, they haven't made the Eastern Conference Finals yet.
No, I know they haven't. That's the next step.
Oh yeah, that's my point. Would be a little growth if they can get there.
Right,
but no, the last 2 years they've lost in the second round.
That is correct.
Is it? I thought they lost in the first round 2 years ago.
No,
that was
Boston
3
was
years
the second
ago.
round.
Okay.
Remember they beat
Celtics,
Orlando in
Knicks.
7 and then lost to the Boston Celtics in
Yes.
the second round.
Yes.
And last year, obviously, they beat the Heat and then lost to the Pacers.
So
Yes.
they can't stay second round 2 years in a row like they did the first round. You just have to. I just think that they're the favorite to win the East. They should be. They're not winning an NBA championship. I can pretty much say with certainty, unless Oklahoma City gets a lot of guys injured.
Why you feel that way?
Why do you feel that way,
I
Jay?
just feel like we're looking at the beginning of a dynasty with the Thunder. I feel pretty confident about that too.
Man, I feel like
they're good. They're young. Now they know how to win. They've proven they can win. I just think they're the prohibitive favorites.
I mean, it's just such a long year. And you're
yeah,
right.
as I said, barring
I know.
injury,
Yeah.
barring injury. I think if the Thunder come in healthy and the Cavs come in healthy and they win the East, and I just think the Thunder had the better team.
I think there's two ways to look at this, because I think we always look at it as, all we care about is winning a championship. And we sometimes forget there's a lot of members of the fan base, and this happens in all sports, right? There's a lot of fans that are particularly frustrated with the Browns because they just want to watch enjoyable football. Some of our fans would be okay being like the Steelers and just losing in the first round of the playoffs every year because it gives you pleasure during the season. So for those fans, it'll be a fun season because the Cavs will win a ton of games. They'll win at least a round in the playoffs. This year they'll probably win 2 rounds in the playoffs, and so be it. But if all that you really care about is winning a championship, you got at least, absolutely for me, it's finals or bust. Eastern Conference Finals is not good enough. I know, Brian, I was thinking to myself that this is, Mike, I don't know what you think. I was thinking to myself that this is on paper, going into the season, I think the worst conference that I can ever remember in basketball history.
I agree.
And I just Googled it to see if there was any articles about it or anything. And I saw an article that Tim Bontemps and Brian Windhorst wrote, in which there was just some anonymous Eastern Conference assistant coach who said, I think this is the worst Eastern Conference, at least, I've ever seen. I mean, if you look at the odds, The Orlando Magic are the 3rd favorite in the East. The Orlando Magic? Are you kidding me?
They got a nice team, but they shouldn't be the 3rd pick.
This is the year. This can't happen. So you remember in 20, I believe it was 2010, it was the Lakers and it was the Cavs. And everybody knew the Lakers and Cavs were supposed to go to the finals. And the Lakers held up their end of the bargain. But the Cleveland Cavaliers lost in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Orlando Magic and Dwight Howard, a young Dwight Howard. Mm-hmm. And the Cavs had won a boatload of games, I believe above 60, 62. I think they won 66 one year. But they lose that game, and, it was like that was the year we knew they were supposed to play. This is the same type year. You, under no circumstances, can the Detroit Pistons or the Knicks or even Orlando Magic be hanging. I feel like this way, and this is why I disagree with Jay on this one. I think if you get Donovan Mitchell to the finals, he ain't gonna let him lose. I feel like I don't know that he's that.
I'm definitely in between the two of you. I think they can win if they get there, but the idea that Donovan Mitchell's just not going to let. Why is he let him lose the last few years?
I mean, it wasn't his fault. The other dudes didn't show up.
And if they lose in the finals, it probably won't be his fault either.
Well, but I think the difference is, I think this year you got another dude that can roll with you. I think this.
He's got to prove it.
This is the Mobley jump. Now I'm gonna be watching tonight. I'm watching specifically every single game just to see what the Mobley jump looking like. I need these to be 30s. If these burning questions that we got. Mike has a burning question in there about Evan Mobley and how many points we ever scored.
We're doing Fence Riders next.
There we go. But I think you'll have it, and I think Donovan Mitchell is focused. And if you get him there, if they beat SGA up a little bit, I think they can get it
we're
done.
a long way from. The only way the Cavs would have a chance is if they were 100% healthy. Because if they got to play stiffs like Dean Wade and some of these other guys, they got no chance against.
They're going. But those teams in the finals, you go back and watch when the Nuggets won.
Yeah,
you need stiffs. Some of them stiffs.
Now, they didn't have the Dean Wade level players.
But I'm saying some of them stiffs gonna have to come in and hit some shots.
Mike, did the Broncos have any Dean Wade level stiffs?
The Broncos?
The Nuggets
when they won a championship.
The Nuggets when they won the championship. No, let me pull up their roster just to confirm.
I ain't gonna say Brown wasn't a stiff, but he was a role player. Right? Gordon ain't a stiff, but he's a role player.
I'm probably wrong about this, Mike. I say a lot of crazy crap when it comes to the NBA, but I can't even have Max Strus out there. To me, he's like.
And Max Strus was the starting guard for a NBA Finals team 3 years ago.
I can't have that. They were a fraud Finals team.
Off the bench, he's looking good, man.
They were a fraudulent Finals team, and he's a fraudulent starter, and you know that very well. He looks like he's playing rec basketball with you. Come on.
You're wrong on that one.
Mike, I can't. We got too many white guys on this team. I can't have that many white guys playing key minutes.
The Nuggets, real quick. The Nuggets starting 5 when they won the championship was Jokic, Murray, Porter, Gordon, and KCP. And that was when KCP was still good.
Yeah.
Porter came along later on.
And who played legit minutes off the bench?
Bruce Brown, Reggie Jackson, Jeff Green.
Christian Braun.
Braun?
Jeff Green was old, but he was
playing
effective.
well.
I don't know about Braun, but the rest of those guys are all way better than Dean Wade.
I don't know
about Christian
I don't know
Braun.
if Dean Wade's going to be. I mean, you got Lonzo Ball. You got Larry Nance Jr.
But that's what I'm saying. Everybody's got to be healthy.
You got Strus.
Darius is injury prone. Nance is injury prone. Ball is injury prone.
That's fair.
So if the only way the Cavs have a chance to win a championship, to me, is if they got to be 100% healthy, which is not, you got to get lucky. That's part of it in the NBA.
I'll give you fair on the injuries, but I do think that their rosters are. I think the Cavs did make some improvements in the offseason with the guys that did get.
Mike, if the Cavs are 100% healthy, could they beat the Thunder in the finals?
Yeah, I do think they could. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Thunder would be the favorites, no doubt.
We talked about this on your podcast, Bull. Jason and I did an Ultimate Cavs show on this. There's no excuse for them not to make the finals.
None.
It's wide open. No Tatum, no Halliburton. This is year 4. It's the most expensive roster. You bring back the DPOY, 2 All-NBA players, potentially 5 All-Star caliber players.
Decks are cleared.
It's right open for them. And if they reach the finals, there's no reason they can't beat OKC. They split the season series last year. I don't think it's a great matchup against OKC, but that also implies that OKC makes it out of the Western Conference, and the West is loaded. So as bad as the East is, The West is absolutely
Let's hope they
loaded.
beat each other up.
Mike,
Exactly.
the Cavs
So-
shouldn't even be pushed by anybody but the Knicks in the East, right? I mean, isn't that fair?
I think the Magic have a chance to be pretty good, and they're certainly not scared of Cleveland, which is a factor. And Bane is the perfect fit for what they want to do. But in my opinion, when I look at the Eastern Conference, it is Cleveland, New York, then a drop-off, a Magic team, then a drop-off, then a bunch of teams that, if everything goes right, could enter that next conversation. But you're relying on a lot of young guys to take big steps, a lot of health. With the Sixers are in that range, I'm not betting on them whatsoever. Like, I can't trust Joel Embiid. With the Bucks, you have Giannis, and you need a lot of other guys to step up and prove themselves. With the Hawks, it's a lot of potential, but it's nothing proven yet. So the Cavs are established. Them and the Knicks are a class of their own in the East.
Is there another team? Sorry to cut you off, Mike, but is there another team in the East that could kind of come out of left field and be good this year?
The Pistons are going to be a good
People
team.
like Detroit. I'm not that high.
Yeah, but I don't think
I don't think they're
I don't
gonna win
consider
the-
that out of left field. They were pretty good. They were decent last year. I mean, a team that was like not even in the playoffs last year.
The Hawks.
Okay.
And how close is Darius from coming back?
He
December.
was
back soon.
practicing. He practiced in 5-on-5 the other day. I've been told that he wants to go. The Cavs are the ones holding him back and saying, "Let's
Good.
be
What's the
patient.
rush?
There's no need to
So,
rush
so you
yourself."
saying maybe a month?
Yeah, I think he's going to miss about 10 games.
Okay.
So
Well,
I
that's
would
not
say
bad. I
That's
thought it
not
was
bad at
December
all.
originally.
That's not
Strus
bad
is
at
going to
all.
be much longer. The Strus
Yeah.
injury will take longer to get back.
And they are starting Sam Merrill, correct?
all indications point to that. We'll get the starting lineup announcement in about an hour.
Cavs
So,
favored by what, 1.5 tonight?
1.5 tonight in New York in the Mecca. We'll have a live post-game show tonight, by the way, on the Ultimate Cavs,
Ooh.
on the Ultimate channel. I'm going to do a live post-game show. But, guys, we got 20 minutes, which means
Is
it's time
Jason
for
there?
no fence riders. No, Jason's not there.
Oh, okay.
We got no fence riders. No fence riders today. For the Cavs is brought to us by Game Time. NFL season is back, and honestly, there's nothing better than being in the stadium at a Cavs game surrounded by fans cheering on your favorite team. But be honest, guys, getting tickets online can be a pain in the butt. That's why I use Game Time. Game Time gives the advantage back to the fans. It is easy to use, and it's 100% authentic tickets, which are always delivered on time and at the best prices. Plus, all the fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use promo code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, promo code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, and go. Download Game Time today. All right, guys, 5 no fence rider questions for the Cavaliers 2025-2026 season. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
First question, number 1. This comes from Earl the Pearl. It's an Earl the Pearl special. Will Evan Mobley score 50 points in a game this season?
This one had me.
His career high is 41.
This one had me.
The question was 50. And in perfect fashion, we got a dead even split, guys. 4-4 for the first fence rider for the Cavs season. G. Bush, myself, Jay, and Jason said 50's a little too high. Can't go that high. Earl, Tyvis, Bull, and Dustin said yes, he will. Dustin, why do you think 50's in play this year for Mr. Evan Mobley?
I think that he's going to have a game where he hits like 7 threes or 8 threes or something stupid.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's going to put him over that. What was the most he had last year in a game?
41.
And that was against the Hornets, right?
Correct.
Listen,
He had
if
about
Michael
4 threes
Jordan
that
were
game.
playing in this era, he'd average 50 points a game. I'm only asking Mobley to do it once. Let's go. If he's a superstar, he should be able to get 50 points in a game. No excuse, Mike.
Not aggressive enough. Not as in his.
Well, he
DNA.
better be aggressive. He's going to be a superstar.
It's just-
if we're expecting this big jump, he's got to be more
You're
aggressive.
you're asking him to do something that he hasn't been known to do.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I mean, if we have a 4 overtime game, then maybe he can get to 50. But otherwise, I don't see it. And the other thing, I think I'm very confident that now that I'm right, that he won't, because I'm on the high IQ side of that argument with Mike and Jason.
There were 18 50-point games in the NBA last season, in total. Just
By how many
18
players?
total. Shea had 4 himself.
Ooh.
Jokic had 2. So I guess like
14 players.
13, 14. Yeah,
That's
those, like,
14.
Here's why I do.
I mean, you
Here's
can't even do math. You calling him high IQ?
Basketball IQ off the chart.
When you see a list of 18 and you have to try and narrow down who did what, it's not as easy as it seems to.
Yeah, and like, is he in the top 18 players, scorers? Because this is a scoring category. He's a great player, but
Well,
he's just not a high volume scorer like
The
that.
point is, if the Cavs are going to be a championship contender, Mike and Jason have consistently said Evan Mobley's got to take that step up to be a superstar. He's not a superstar.
Nope.
He's an all-star, but he's not a superstar. For him to be an all-star, a superstar, he's got to average 23, 24 points a game.
And he could, and I expect he will, but I don't know about 23.
That is this very borderline.
Yeah.
I take over the 23. I take under the 50. For
If
high
you,
game.
if
Yeah, I could see him averaging 23 a game.
I keep
You can easily
saying
do
it.
that without having a 50-point night.
if you base it on accolades, I mean, he got a lot of accolades, to be truthful, to be honest with you.
Based what on accolades?
If you how good of a player he is, like.
I mean,
But none of his gifts are scorer.
Are we really gonna make a big deal about his fraudulent defensive MVP that he only won because Wembanyama, what's his name? Got hurt? Wembanyama.
What do you call him?
You can't
got hurt. If you can't pronounce their names, you can't say nothing fraudulent.
Then I'm out.
Yeah,
All right, next question. Bull's argument
Pretty
got-
big on pronunciations. That's surprising.
Terrible job by me.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, we all know that he would not have won Defensive Player of the Year had he not.
He would not have, but he did.
did.
Which means he was the second best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which to me isn't fraudulent. I mean, fraudulent to me is Jose Canseco's MVP over Mike Greenwell. That's fraudulent. He knowingly cheated to do it.
Tyler Huntley getting into the Pro Bowl. Fraudulent.
Yes.
Fraudulent.
There it is. There it is.
Absolute.
I like that.
Great example.
Speaking of
I like
Pro
mine better.
Bowls-
Mine went back 40 years.
Speaking of Pro Bowls,
These guys don't even know who
Dustin,
Mike Greenwell is.
They
What are you
don't.
talking
We're going to
about?
switch this
God
to
rest his
the
soul.
Pro Bowl of the NBA. The Cavs in the past have had 4 All-Stars on the same team. This year, will they get 3 or more? But at least 3. Another close one here. Earl, Dustin, and Jason said, yeah, they will. The rest of us, including 3 of us here, guys, outside of
They're going to
Dustin,
get
4
3
of us,
All-Stars? Who's the
said
third?
no.
It's really hard. I mean, I thought, in fairness, I did think that Garland was going to be out until December.
He's still going to miss a month. He's not going to get.
But
an
it's
All-Star game.
72. If it's only 10 games and he plays 72, I can see
The
him
All-Star
making the
game's in the middle of the season.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's actually
so
in
we-
February.
Well, but it's
So we
not
assume-
72 games.
No, I know, but what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, if he misses 10 in the first half, I think he can get in. I thought he was going to miss up until December. I thought he was going to be out November
Right, but
and
he
December.
might. We don't know. I mean,
Right, we still don't.
yeah.
So my guess was based on him missing the first 2 months.
Right, but even if he only misses 10 games, he's not going to come out of house of fire, I wouldn't think.
Guys
right
have
away.
made all-star teams by missing 10 games.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
When you talk about All-Star games, you got to look at who is going to get in the game. Trae Young is there. LaMelo Ball is there. Donovan Mitchell is already a guard there.
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson is already a guard.
Cunningham.
Yep. Cade Cunningham is another guard. So he's already behind the 8 ball when it comes to voting, like already. He had to ball out anyway. And some of these guys don't have nobody else on their team. They about to be pulling. They're going to have crazy numbers.
Yeah.
So, no, he can't miss 10 games.
You think Darius is going to get in, or are you saying Jared Allen?
I would say
Or Hunter,
him
maybe,
or
I don't
Hunter.
know.
I was going to say
Hunter
could
would be another
the
guy that-
surprise. I mean, let's say the Garland thing is a big factor, and maybe it's worse than we think it is. I mean, maybe all of a sudden Hunter has a bigger role. I don't know.
Mike?
Who's the third option for the Cavs?
I said no. What do you say?
Who's the third option for the Cavs?
I mean, we're going to get to DeAndre Hunter in a second, but I think I have more land on Hunter Island than it's probably
Yeah, but
helpful.
Hunter's not going to be an all-star. Come on,
No.
you know that.
I said no. I said
Yeah.
no. I just think the numbers game, it's so tough to get a third
If you
one.
had to pick a third all-star, it would be Darius, and Darius is
probably-
going to miss times.
That's
Yeah,
what
probably
that
Darius.
was my formula.
So we're in agreement on that one. Next one. Bo, this one was designed for you. Ty Jerome last year
mispronunciations?
averaged 18.4 points, rebounds, and assists in total. So his total number of per game contributions was 18.4. Bull's infatuated with Lonzo Ball now. So will
am. I'm
Lonzo
into
Ball average more than 18.4 total points, rebounds, and assists this season?
Now, in fairness, it could be for 12 games.
Yep, could be for
Yep.
how many
Could be.
games it
Because
is.
there's no cap on the
Nope. And this was a dead even split. Bull said yes. Jay said yes. G said yes. Ty said no. Ty said yes. Myself, Earl, Dustin, and Jason said no. Another dead even split on this one. Bull, why do you think he will? And then I'll tell you why you're wrong.
I got him with 9.5 points.
Wow,
4
and a half.
4.5 rebounds, and 7 assists. That's 20.
That's a lot. Here's
It's 21.
so
Yeah, but
Six and
that's-
a- Let's go 6.5 assists. I'll knock it down a little bit. 20.5.
Even when I looked at it, I was so borderline. But even I can squint and say no, but I put yes because I think he's going to be on a crazy minutes restriction. I think that he's not going to play back-to-backs. There's some games where he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play consistently enough and get to have the ball enough.
Great points.
Bing, bing,
to
bing,
do
bing,
that.
bing,
Yep.
bing. G, you nailed it.
G nailed the whole thing.
If Lonzo was guaranteed to play 25 minutes a game, Bull, I'm with you. I take the over. I just have no idea what his minutes are going to be on a regular basis. I think some games he may play 12, 13 minutes. Some games he may play 28, 29.
Right.
I just couldn't get to that high of a number without knowing he's going to play enough minutes to reach it.
Yeah, now that's actually why I said he would reach it, because he's not going to be playing hurt. When he's playing, he's going to be feeling good. They don't need him to pull a lot of weight on this team. They need him to play well when he's healthy. Mm-hmm. And that's why I said there's no stipulation on game number, right? Like, he's not going to do that if he play. If that number of games played is super high, he won't reach that. But if it's super low, like I expect it to be, and they manage his minutes like I think they're going to, he's going to be feeling good when he's playing, and he's going to be more effective, which is why I got there.
I think he would. I think even if he plays a lot of games, he's going to do it. In fact, it'll be higher because that means he's playing more per game, is my guess.
Well, they may need him to play.
Are they going to have minutes restrictions, Mike? Do we even know this?
No,
but judging on what he's been for his career, you're going to manage him carefully.
I don't know. Minutes restrictions are stupid.
They were stupid last year, and it cost us in the playoffs.
Didn't.
But I don't have any indication that they're going to pivot from it.
Because Lonzo Ball literally has worse knees than me and Jay. He's been knee injuries to swell up. Now here's where I'll go on this.
I'd argue that he doesn't have worse knees than you.
Yes, you hyperbole.
God damn, you're
imagine Lonzo
he doesn't have
G.
worse
Bush's
knees than
bad
me.
knee in the chat.
Hey,
that's just Lonzo Ball checking in every day.
What was Ty Jerome's usage?
Last year? Hold on.
Yes, because he had high usage. When he was in the game, he had the ball in his hands. I don't know.
Lonzo.
I don't know if he's going to have the rock.
Yeah, he will. He's the point guard.
If you're playing, watch this. If you're playing,
his usage rate last year was 23.6, which is absurd.
That's crazy. You got to think about that.
What does usage rate mean exactly, Mike? I don't even know.
It is essentially a possession, the percentage of possessions that you are on the court that ends in either a pass to a shot or a shot for yourself.
Yeah.
So basically, when they run a possession through you, when you're the focal point of a
I got you.
And 23 is high for
Lonzo's
a bench
career
guy.
high is 20.5.
Right, but he's been on bad teams with bad teammates.
Which means he should have the ball more.
The usage, but because he's such a good passer and he's a willing passer, he's often the hockey assist guy, Bull.
Yeah, right.
His usage rate is lower, which is why he's a perfect fit next to a Darius and a Donovan, because you don't have to run a lot of plays for Lonzo. He's not a guy who's going to say, clear out, let me go isolation. And I think that's a benefit to help get Mobley more shots, get Hunter more shots that we're going to talk about in a sec. And why I'm so excited to see how Lonzo fits in here. And
One
it's
of
not
the
even
tape breaks from the preseason games.
No, he played it. I mean, he's going to play. I just don't know how much they're going to play him.
Right, yeah, I don't either. But from what little bit we saw, I like how he fits into this offense.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see, and we talked about this yesterday. You weren't here, so we don't have to harp on it too long. When Darius is healthy, I can't wait to see a Donovan, Darius, Lonzo as your 1, 2, 3 completely interchangeable offensive set with Hunter and Mobley. And, Bull, you asked, is that the closing lineup? I was thinking about that last night.
Yeah.
It could be. It very well could be because, if Lonzo's moving like he used to move, he can be your primary point of attack defender. You have shooting all around the floor. And who are you helping off on in that situation?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
And when you have a guy like Lonzo who's, I'm telling you guys, and you may be saying I'm gassing him up too much, watch Lonzo play, and it may not happen tonight. You may have to watch him for 10 games to kind of see the big picture of it. He makes passes that are 2 passes ahead before anyone else even realizes what's happening. And it doesn't always lead to assists, but it gets guys open, and guys play harder when they're playing with a point guard like Lonzo.
It gets the offense
because they
moving,
move
too.
And part of the reason they brought him in, and Kenny told me this when we sat at our one-on-one at Media Day, he said we played too slow offensively last year. We want to get out and run. And where Lonzo excels more than any other aspect of his game is when he's out in the open court. And remember, it was the Showtime Lakers. He was Magic Johnson 2.0 in L.A., and their whole team was a catastrophe. But that aspect of his game, from the day he stepped into an NBA franchise to even right now, I don't know if there's 10 guys in the league I'd rather have run a fast break more than Lonzo Ball.
There are. I will say this. This is playing NBA 2K on fatigue. The Cavs do have a lot of people that are injury prone. From Darius Garland to Lonzo Ball to Larry Nance.
That's a fact.
To Jared Allen's been out some games. Donovan Mitchell has been injured a little bit. I love their roster. I like DeAndre Hunter was hurt last year. I love their roster, but Dean Wade be hurt multiple parts of the season. They got guys that be injured and a lot.
Dean Wade injured, soft.
The Vanilla Wolf has taken an extraordinary amount of fire today.
Hey, well, it's been vanilla on vanilla crime. It was mostly bull.
Well, you just chipped in too, but it was mostly bull.
I don't like it.
We got two more.
We got to get him a
Super
Vanilla
Chats.
Wolf T-shirt. That when he starts going off,
Yeah, no.
the bull has to wear the Vanilla Wolf.
He hasn't done a thing in a playoff game
and
ever.
he was killing
No,
Max
he has
Strus
not.
today too. He was on Max
I know,
Strus.
he's
Shots
just-
fired
We got
at
two
him.
more real
Max
quick.
Strus is a wreck
Then we got
player, he
Super
said.
Chats. Next Fence Rider.
Dang.
The Cavs won 64 games last year. Their over-under in Vegas right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app is 56.5. So we went over that, but under 64. Well, they win 60 regular season games. Another dead even split. Earl, Dustin, Jay, and G said, yes, they will. Myself, Tyvis, Bull, and Jason said, not so fast.
I have them at 60.
That counts. Yep, you're on the right side.
I
then.
wasn't going to go over, so that you said 60 plus, and that's why I said yeah.
I had him at 59.5, so yeah.
Gotta
They
take
have
the
to
under.
spend the whole season.
$1.
The whole season is about getting ready
$1.
for the playoffs, and I just think they'll handle games differently this year.
I have them at 58 and 24, so
Yeah.
just under.
Okay,
Just under.
Yeah.
58.
I got
close
them
to
high
mine.
50s too.
D, what do you have them?
I have him winning over 60.
You do.
Yeah. Didn't I tell you?
You were on the yes side.
But
Yep.
how many?
Yep.
I mean, not many. I mean, anything. Oh, is it 60 plus? Like it could be
Yeah.
60 even.
That's
yeah.
why I went 60.
60
I went
evens, yes.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
you-
it's,
if you think it's 60 even,
somewhere
that
between
still
60 and
counts.
63.
DeAndre Hunter's coming back this year. I like some of the pieces and parts. Their bench is much better. They got more athletic in Lonzo Ball over Ty Jerome. Donovan Mitchell came back in the best shape of his life.
Nance over Tristan is an upgrade.
Dance over Tristan is a complete upgrade. They just have a better team and a weaker Eastern Conference. So I don't see how they would just take a step back unless they just took their foot completely off the gas.
And
Mike, how
last
many
one,
did the Pacers win last year in the regular season?
They were like 47.
They were like 48.
Yeah,
It was not
okay.
not a ton. I'll give you the exact number if I pull this up. This is this year. I need last year. The Pacers, 50 and 32. 50 and 32.
Okay.
So, all right, last question, guys. And G, you just mentioned DeAndre Hunter. Will DeAndre Hunter be the Cavs' third leading scorer when it's all said and done? Only 2 people said yes on this one. I did. So did G. The rest of y'all said no. G,
Wow.
tell them why they're wrong. Why it will be DeAndre Hunter.
I mean,
He's going to score more than Darius?
I mean, he averaged.
think
He,
he will,
almost averaged. He averaged 19 points last year, right, with the Hawks, right?
With the Hawks, correct.
So
It was 14 and a half with the Cavs.
So if you look at it, he's going to start. He's going to get starters minutes. And the thing about when he starts is he's not going to be the guy people load up on. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell or Evan Mobley. So he's going to be the least paid attention to guy, but he's going to play with better guys around him. He's going to play starters minutes. And Darius Garland is not going to be in the game either. So some of the shots that he wouldn't take if Darius Garland was in the game, he by default is getting them shots. So I think he could average almost 20 points a game. I think Darius Garland comes back and maybe averages 17, maybe a higher assist
right.
total, maybe 7 more assists.
That'd be a good problem to have.
That'd be a great problem because I think Darius Garland is fitted to be a spark plug guy, like he's your 4th best player, but he can get hot and hit you for 40 or 50 if he's on that night.
Mike, you also have him with averaging more points than Darius, huh?
I do. I mean, it's close. Last year was 19 versus 21, so we're looking at like 1 bucket difference. But I think DeAndre.
Well, but that's not. He didn't average 19 for the season.
No,
he
I'm
averaged
saying
19
he
just
could
with the
be
Hawks.
in that 19 point per game spot with Atlanta, which is going to be back in a more role that was similar to what he did in Atlanta, even though it's in the starting lineup, not on the bench. And I think when they go to the rotations, and I mentioned this yesterday, last year when Donovan came out, he was attached to the hip with Evan. Those two were on the exact same rotational schedule, I guess we call it. This year, and it's been through the preseason, so it's 4 preseason games. It's preseason. It's not regular season. We're not sure it exactly will translate. When Donovan comes out, Evan stayed in. And Lonzo's come in. And now you got Lonzo with his top 2 scoring options on the court being DeAndre Hunter and Evan Mobley. I think during those units, it's going to be a heavily featured DeAndre Hunter and Evan Mobley scoring fest, which is why I think both their points go up. And I think at the end of the season, we're going to look at DeAndre Hunter at about 18.5 points and Darius Garland at around 18. It's going to be close. I give a slight edge to DeAndre.
I think this is your worst NBA take you've ever made.
That was a beautiful take, and I
kind of liked it.
And they're gonna shoot higher. They're gonna shoot a lot of threes too. DeAndre Hunter is gonna be jacking them up, and Evan Mobley. I think he might average 5 threes a game. Not made, but he'll shoot about 5 threes. How many did he shoot last year?
It went up last year.
He's going to shoot more than 5 threes.
I bet he does shoot more than 5.
I think he will shoot more than 5.
I think he will too.
Pull up. Yeah, we good, man. Hey, man, get ready to watch some Cavs this year. Ha!
And we're going to do a live post-game show.
Bull's got his alarm on his phone set for the last minute of the game.
Is the game, what channel is the game on tonight?
ESPN, 7 o'clock.
You have no excuses.
I have it ordered. Like right now, I can't watch the Cavs channel because I have YouTube TV. They don't have it.
That sucks.
You got to get FanDuel.
Well,
So I'm
tonight
like,
is on ESPN. No excuses, and we will have a live
But I'm
post-game
gonna
show.
have to get stupid Fubo as
Hey,
well.
real fast,
But I don't have to do it
NBC
tonight.
Bravo last night, man.
Stupid foob.
Yeah, it was going to do a good job.
I thought
Good
that
job.
the broadcast last night
Great.
was excellent. Excellent. I thought
I like Tirico,
Tirico
right?
is fantastic.
Oh,
and
he's
then
the best.
Reggie's cool. Reggie don't bother me at all. I loved the interview with Michael Jordan too. This was great.
All right, guys, time for
And
Super
it was
Chats
just cool
to
hearing the
wrap up today's
NBA
show.
on NBC Music.
Round
too.
ball rock. Round ball rock.
Yeah.
It was back. First Super Chat comes from
Basketball.
Brody's Bottom Line, who says, G. Bush, your one-on-one with Earl was A1 last night.
Yeah, shout out to my man Earl. He came on the barbershop. We pulled up, man. He got into a lot of things. How he got in the industry.
Heavy
He
stuff.
talked about
Heavy stuff on
Talked
that.
to his mom, his family. So it was great, man.
Good deal.
Vernell Jackson says, and this is in regards to our little quarterback blind resume thing earlier, he says TCU was ranked 17th when Shador beat him. Tell the truth. That is true, but it wasn't in his last year. They did not play a ranked team.
No, in his
first four.
senior year. And when did they play that game?
They
was
played
the first
him-
game.
It was the first game.
And where did TCU finish?
They were terrible.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because we're looking at their last year in college.
Right. No, technically he beat a ranked team. It wasn't in his last
That wasn't
year.
in the 7 games we're
And
looking at. yes.
in fairness, and this does make difference too, it matters what was that team, not what the media voted them to be. It's what were they, and TCU was trash.
So once again, that was the year before Vernell. That was not the year we were looking at. Vernell also said Colt McCoy beat ranked teams. How did that end up?
Yeah.
Colt McCoy still getting an NFL paycheck. How much money
he's
is
not
Colt?
at this point.
Not anymore. How much money did Colt McCoy make in his career?
Take a guess while
But we're responding to an absurd question. So
Yeah,
I don't think
I mean,
that doesn't.
You're right.
25 million.
It's again an
bet you're right.
accusation of some agenda from us.
So it worked out
an
pretty well for
anti-Shador
Colt McCoy.
agenda, which doesn't exist. So.
$28 million. Colt
28 million.
Right.
Yeah, it worked. So to answer the question, how did it work out for Colt McCoy? Pretty damn good.
No, but he's another example of a guy who was great in college and was,
Yeah,
a
they're
nice
very
backup in
average
the
in the
NFL.
pro.
But you know what? Like for a guy like Vince Young, and there are others. I'm just mentioning Vince, but for a guy like Vince Young, who everyone thought was surefire, can't miss, was going to be around forever. I don't know that he didn't make 28 million.
If he did, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's
William
probably
Taylor
right.
says, shout out to Dustin. That shirt is fire.
a
Halloween
cool
is the
shirt.
best holiday. I'm building a haunted
Got it last
house in my
night at
garage.
Spirit Halloween.
Do you do the house decorations? Like you put the big 8 feet or 25-foot skeletons in the front yard?
You're just
We
trying to
do.
move into it, right? You're just trying to figure it out. Like
We do. We just this year it's been, with getting married and stuff's like
Life
that.
got in the way.
Life got in the way.
Excuses.
I get it.
Excuses.
So
I get it.
I'm making excuses for my poor execution on Halloween.
You still have
Bad
10
job.
days or 9.
Bad job.
You can spruce it up.
I'm on the road this weekend.
Oh.
I'm hoping the wife does it while I'm gone.
hey,
That'd be awesome. All right, next
at least
one.
You
like-
can always
Captain,
get it in for Christmas.
It's a good plan,
honey,
D.
honey, you think you can just get
Yeah,
a
I'd
couple?
love
You
to
could
have
really
those
sell out and
records up.
hire somebody
get it.
to
Well,
do it.
We do
next
that
super
for
chat comes
Christmas.
from Captain.
That's exactly right. How much is that going to be?
Yeah, Christmas. Christmas lights are already up, by the way.
My neighbor put his up yesterday. Well,
They're not on, but they're up.
Yeah, you can't turn them on until Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah.
Captain Goku says, guys, did the Browns make the right choice in drafting Judkins over Henderson?
Absolutely. And I stand corrected on that because I wanted Henderson. I was a big Henderson guy. I thought there was just a little bit of difference, but I was wrong.
Shinobi Black Ops says, do we trust Jay and Jason's insiders or Mary Kay's? In regards to Shador's progress, they seem to be conflicting, or is it all just a smokescreen?
Well, I can't answer that. But Mary Kay has been ultimately positive on so many issues Browns related. And let's face it, there hasn't been a lot to be positive about during her tenure as a Browns beat writer.
I don't know. What did she say?
She said he was making good progress in practice.
Okay.
Yeah, and I believe and I too believe that there is progress made. But two things can be true at the same time. He can also be far away and making progress.
Next super chat's from Miss Bell, who says Shador came to Cleveland with the skills Mary Kay claims he now has. Anyone saying differently needs to stop.
Jonathan Peterson has a theory on that too. He does.
That's from another show.
Yeah.
Dragon the Abandoner.
Inside joke. I didn't get it.
Dragon the
Fans of the
Abandoner
fan now.
says, so if we beat the Patriots, we have better culture and a better coach than the Patriots, or will it still be fire Stefanski and excuses for a win?
He'll be less fireable Monday if they win.
That'd be pretty impressive if they won that game.
If they win, he'll be less
It'd
fireable.
be a hell of a win.
I've always
win.
told you how it works. If you ball and you win, I'm going to say you balled and you had a good game and you won. Don't lose.
Doesn't mean your target's off of you.
We do remember the last time Kevin Stefanski was in New England, right?
Oh, yeah.
Bailey Zappi.
Bailey
Oh,
Zappi.
yeah, put up 40.
Dropped 300 on us.
No, that was Mac Jones. And then Mac Jones.
Bailey Zappi did it here, didn't he?
He did it. Zappi did
I
it
think
here
Zappi
at home.
did do it here.
He did it here, and then Mac
Mac?
Jones
Mac
put the smack down on him.
Was it Mac Jones? Oh,
Yeah,
well,
it
either
was-
way,
That
it
was the
was
game
wor-
that
it was
came out
ugly.
in 5 wide with Farrell Brown on the first
Yes,
play.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
I don't know why I have a random memory of that.
I remember that.
The Hot Saucer says, I talked to a lot of people outside of Cleveland, and UCSS gets a lot of love. Best lineup in live sports talk around.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Dragon the Abandoner says, what good teams has Buffalo beat this year?
Good question.
Fair enough.
And a fair question.
Hey, but listen,
Buffalo has a track record.
they got
Yeah, they do.
They
It's,
also have Josh Allen.
it's like
Great equalizer.
I want to get to this point where we get this off. Like if we get a great quarterback and we be good every year. I want to be good to a point where, like, we got to track.
Where your baseline is 9 wins.
Yeah,
like depending on how how things break and your health.
Nobody in
you're
Buffalo
going to start at 9 wins.
Nobody in Buffalo is losing their mind. They're
Nobody.
No, they're good.
yeah, like we good.
I mean, there's
we
some
lost the
people,
game
but,
this week. Okay,
Yeah, they'll be fine.
sky's not falling.
For the most part.
The
Kansas
Hot
City's really
Saucers also
mastered that
says
game.
17 games so far featured a go-ahead score in the final minute of regulation, which is the most ever this early in a season. Fourth quarter offense is hot.
Hey man, hey, don't get into prevent defense, bro.
Broncos Giants, man.
It shows you how hard it is to stop somebody on the last drive. I ain't lying. Like it just seems like they kick it into overdrive. People be wide open.
Well, it's conservative defense, and a lot of times conservative is conservative win. Miss Bell 70 says, when Shador plays and is good, will the credit go to the Browns for creating him, or acknowledgement that he was always this
No,
good from the
Shador will
get-go?
get no credit. He will get zero. We will never give him credit for anything
I'll
he
give
does.
him credit.
He's being sarcastic.
He's being sarcastic.
Being very
Oh, okay.
He's
I was
being
going to say,
sarcastic.
he's going to get all the credit.
Hey, listen.
If he plays
People
well.
think we're haters.
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. They'll put. Here's what I'll say. You guys will learn how this works. You throw if you throw for 300. If I threw for 300, they gonna put a statue up for me in Cleveland. They'll put a statue up for anybody. All you got to do is let him be good for 3 games.
That's it.
We'll be going into the offseason talking about is it a
Now,
game
on the
changer.
flip side, we will embrace you for very little.
Oh yeah,
And we will kick you to the curb for very little.
Yes.
I mean, that's a fact. Just see Baker Mayfield's biography during his time here.
We got 3 more records.
We hugged him
knocked
too
the last
quick and we
3
kicked
out.
him out the door too quick.
James May said, we'll know by the All-Star game how far the Cavs will go. College-bound CFL.
Do you buy that? Do you buy that?
No, I don't think
either.
anything. Unfortunately, the regular season, they could look great. They cannot. I
And
got
to
to see
me,
him do
the
it in the playoffs.
first half of the regular season is even more meaningless.
Yeah, I got to see him do it in the playoffs. College-bound CFL says Colorado gave up 36.5 points per game versus ranked teams. Shador averaged 300 passing yards. James Mace Jr. says to say Eli is not a Hall of Famer is ridiculous. I would dare say that if I need a touchdown to save my life, I'd take Eli over Peyton. And
Good luck with
Chairman
that.
A says Stefanski said Flacco left, or since Flacco left, Shador isn't getting first-team reps as this backup. But when Flacco was there, Dillon got first-team reps as QB2. # trade Sanders.
Is
He
that
said
true? I
because
don't even know if that's true.
No, he did. He said he talked while the show was going on. He said because Dillon's such a young quarterback, he needs to get as many reps as possible. So Shador's getting reps elsewhere, but not in the back.
If you're the backup quarterback, you're not getting reps like that. You're not you're just not going to get reps like that. That's
I had
why
a
you just say-
conversation yesterday or Monday, I can't remember now, with someone off the show saying, and I think we did bring it up briefly Monday, why it's so detrimental to draft 2 quarterbacks. Why would you put 2 developmental guys on the same
very
team
stupid.
at a position where you can only play one of them at a time? It's not like you took 2 corners. You've got plenty of spots for corners to get reps. The second in the developmental chain is going to be the neglected child.
See
See
ya.
you in overtime. Peace.
What?